amounts of skulls, so that I can build my throne out of them. That's really great news. I also have a very large skull tattooed on my left arm, so well, we appreciate the edginess around here. You know what I mean? I think we have a GG with us. I believe he's in the background. I believe he sat in the stream yard that I'm using. I see more skulls. I thank you guys. I do appreciate it, because I do need a comfortable seat. Being a disabled person of color, I don't know what color has to do with anything, but we're going to bring GG in, and we're going to be having a nice conversation with you all. A very large conversation, a very rotund conversation, a soulless conversation, because gingers have no souls, as we all know, guys. We all know that. So I will bring in the Guga, and we should carry on from there, I think. We'll carry on from there. So, GG, hello, GG.
No one told me this stream would be racist.
Well, this is the Irate YouTube channel. You should know damn well what I'm about, what this channel is about, what we're all about here.
Fair point. Hello, Pumpkin.
Hey, honey. How's it going?
It's going. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? You good? You had a good day?
Yeah, it's afternoon here to your evening. My evening will be here in a couple hours. It's a beautiful day here in sunny Trailer Trash, Florida. We love it.
Yes, I have my experience in Florida, as you well know. Now, thank you very much, Vibrator, for the super sticker, the victory super sticker, for the 1999.99. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Very kind. Thank you. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Can you guys hear me and GG well? Are we decent? I don't use StreamYard very often in conjunction with OBS in particular. Can you guys hear GG very well? Am I, significantly louder than he is? Petty as fuck says yes, unfortunately. She's very likely aiming that at me. GG's a bit low. We got a low GG. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no. I mean, I can turn you up in OBS. It's no drama. I'm a little low / soft. I feel like that's an insult. So we're both quite low.
I increased my StreamYard's mic volumes. Hopefully, see if that helps.
Well, I have my microphone turned up significantly in OBS, but I will give you a little bit of gain. There we go. Just speak again.
I could do gain too, actually.
Yeah. I added the filter, the gain filter to OBS. So hopefully we're at a decent volume with each other.
Yeah, let me know. I just turned up my gain and I turned on the microphone from StreamYard, so hopefully it sounds better.
Hopefully we haven't overdone it. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, normally I would go through the what's the word I'm looking for here? The housekeeping, saying hello to everyone, but you'll have to settle for me to saying hello to you all, and that I hope you are good, well, and wonderful. Because today, ladies and gents, we have a very special stream. It's a very special stream indeed. For you see, through the gaining ground, aka GG, aka the gaying ground, aka
ma'am,
dangerously gay person on the internet, I have learned. Well, it's not that I didn't know about Gorlic Bread. It's just I finally took an interest in the Rotund Ginger Man. And GG is here to educate me all about him. And, we can talk about my little back and forth with him the other day as well. I think that might be a little bit amusing. So I will pass the duchy over to GG, and GG will explain all that I need to know all about the chunky, soulless ginger grifter.
We're gonna have to play that video too, the one that I made you watch, because I want your audience to hear how cringe the sniffles are, and the sub to my Patreon, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, okay, Gorlic Bread. Gorlic Bread is a straight man, and I use that word loosely, who is in Girl World. So, I'm going to kind of do a quick history, because I didn't really take much of an interest with him until a specific point happens. But this is the kind of super quick how I learned about Gorlic Bread. So in summer of 2020, I was covering Monty. We all know Monty, right? Fuck you, yo caca. So
caca
stories,
poo-poo.
stinky poo poo, irate cuck.
Get a job, GG. Get a job.
So while I was reacting or going back and forth with Monty, a mini scandal broke out in Grow World, and there was this channel called Gorlic Bread. There is this channel called Gorlic Bread, and at the time had only been a couple months old. There was scandal that broke out. Apparently, Gorlic Bread was dating multiple women from the community. I think at least one viewer, mostly as far as I know, other creators. He was even virtually engaged to one of them. To the point,
engaged.
He got her a virtual Tiffany ring. Yes, he actually sent her a picture of a Tiffany ring. Yes, I'm not making that up.
He sent a picture of a Tiffany ring.
Busy, are you still here? Keep me honest. I meant to say 2022. Did I say 2020? I'm sorry. Busy, yeah. I meant to say, in my head, I thought I said 2022. This was 2022, not 2020. Sorry. So Busy's going to keep me honest because Busy knows more about the love triangle stuff than I do because I really don't care that much about it because he's got so many other fucked up things wrong with him that this is like child's play. Anywho, so he got virtually engaged. So all of this stuff popped off, and I kind of wasn't really paying attention to it because I was reacting to Monty. So unfortunately, so one of the woman he was virtually engaged to is a creator by the name of Just Breezin' Today. Just Breezin' Today, bless her heart, is a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She gets very, that's what I'm looking for. Very attached to men. She really just wants love. She wants a man, and she had like her daughter calling Gorlic Bread like dad, and it was, the whole thing was crazy shit, crazy time, and she was calling him. She was telling him that her daughter was his bonus daughter, and he was going along with all of it. Meanwhile, while playing virtual dad to some child of some woman he had never met, he was also virtually dating Jessica Messica, and she's released emails.
They were dating too, Jessica Messica.
Jessica Messica, yes. So she releases those emails, and no, I'm pretty sure that Gorlic Bread got her a virtual ring. Busy, correct me if I'm wrong. I know that Monty did as well, but I'm pretty sure Gorlic Bread got if I got that part wrong, I got it wrong, but I know they were virtually engaged. I know that much. I'm pretty sure they were virtually engaged. Busy, keep me honest. Either engaged or not engaged, the whole thing's fucking cringe and crazy. So it comes out that he's courting.
Right. Let me put this to the chat for just a moment, and I'll even put it to Nikki. If you had a man friend or lady friend, it's the current year, and they decided to, propose to you, and they did so by sending a picture of a Tiffany's ring to you, rather than doing it to your face and getting down on one knee and all the, the usual pizzazz, would you accept it? One in the chat if you'd accept, two if you'd run for the fucking hills. Please continue.
Well, it's Breezy. That's the problem. It's Breezy is very love me. She's whatever. So it comes out. So Breezy comes out. So then Jessica Messer comes out. I was like, hey, I'm dating Gorlic Bread. And Breezy's like, hey, no, I'm dating Gorlic Bread. Then this character by the name of Christina the Latina comes out and is like, I'm dating Gorlic Bread. And unlike you two bitches, I've actually met Gorlic Bread. And we've been fucking for months. So apparently he's banging this girl in real life, who he also apparently met through the community. And then he's virtually engaged to Breezy, and he's courting Jessica Messica. And you should see the emails with Jessica. It's the exact same thing you saw in the comments section. Braggadocious. He's the best thing ever. He claims to Jessica he runs miles every day. His diet is pristine. He is the epitome of what a man should be. Like, it's just so cringe reading these emails. So all this stuff goes to shit in a handbasket. Breezy's freaking out, streaming like every day about it. Oh, he used to unalive bait me. Apparently he would one time this is according to Breezy, he called Breezy one time and he was very emotional because I'm not making this up. He tells her Zachary Michael did a video about this, about our love triangle, and about me or something like that. And my dad watches Zachary Michael, and my dad doesn't know I have a YouTube channel. I can't believe that my dad might find out I'm on YouTube through Zachary Michael. I have to hide all the firearms in my house.
What?
I swear, I'm not making this up. Busy again. Keep me honest. Keep me honest, because I this is all like stuff I didn't pay too much attention to. But go ahead. What are you confused about?
Well, the hiding of the firearms in the house, for one, is that suicide baiting?
That's what I believe he was doing with her. Yes.
What the fuck?
So all because Zachary and Michael made a video, and according to Breezy, he also had some choice words for Zachary. Apparently, he's very homophobic behind the scenes. And again, this is all hearseay from Breezy.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Aren't we all? I mean, you call me an F god all the time.
Oh yeah, I
So
do
it's
that
fine.
publicly though. So you know, I've got the nuts to do that shit publicly. You know what I mean? Unlike your boy over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she tells all these stories about how. Then she tells stories about how, oh God, she claims that he would tell her that he would take his mom shopping at Victoria's Secrets. He made so much money, he would buy his mom clothes. He told her he made so much money. The Victoria's Secrets thing became this huge joke. Again, I don't know if it's real or not, but according to Breezy, she just told all these crazy stories about him. So as that's happening, Jessica Messick is happening, and he then, the only smart thing he's ever done, he releases a quick, like 2 to 5 minute video. I know that's a very long range, but it's not very long video. But it was definitely under 10 minutes. And he's like, "Hey, I'm ashamed of my behavior. This isn't who I am. I led women on, but I'm happy with Christina, so I'm gonna have to take a YouTube break. I may or may not come back to Girl Worlds, but I'm done. Goodbye." And he leaves.
Okay.
So for 30 days, of course. He comes back 30 days later. "Hey, everybody, I'm back." Because, you know, that Chantal coin was just too sweet to give up.
Of course.
He comes back, and now all of a sudden, not only is he back to talking Chantal, he wants to do a couples channel with Christina. Now, the funny part about that is Jessica has since released emails that he wanted to do a couples channel with her. This whole guy's life revolves around getting ahead on YouTube as quickly as possible, as effortlessly as possible, and as lazy as possible. He just wants to be a YouTube celebrity. He doesn't want a job. He doesn't want a real job. He wants to just make easy money. I mean, Bridget said it. Well, God, we'll get to the Bridget part after. Anyways, one of his most recent exes, which we'll get to later, said that my assertion of him is correct. He's a user, and he's lazy, and he hasn't made as much money on YouTube that he's made in this community. Like, Gore World has been his most profitable community yet. Now, if you're thinking, wait, there's another community? Yes. So, enter Yo Mama. Yo Mama, who a lot of people know, you hate him or you love him, or you're in between him.
I'm really, when it comes to Yo Mama, the man refuses to say my name and acknowledge my existence. I don't know why.
Well, he's kind of distanced himself from Girl World because his wife got a phone call from 2 pig bitches in Indiana, but that's a whole nother story. They called his wife and threatened him.
You consider me a part of Girl World?
No, but I think he sees you as adjacent to that. And he really just wants to. That's my guess, is that he wants nothing to do with Girl World, because I mean, when you start calling people's wives, it's just like, what's the fucking point at this point? Like, it's just let white trash be white trash, move on and do something else. So I think that's kind of what he's been doing.
I always found him to be peculiar in that regard. I mean, you remember when he was hammering Belinda for the Yaba drama that also involved me? Like, he kept referring to me as Belinda's friend, even though I'd been in his chat and was very friendly and polite and everything. I don't know, it's just strange.
I didn't realize that he was like that with you, but yeah, he's kind of just been doing his own thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I think he's actually doing Keemstar stuff, but I haven't caught up with him either, and I've been busy. So he comes into the Gore World sphere, and he's like, "Hey, I followed Gorlic Bread here. Just so you all know, Gorlic Bread has an almost 100,000 sub channel called Ryan Moody 21, where he does Madden content, and very loosely does Madden content. He pretty much just sees a tweet about an upcoming game. He goes and he takes other people's gameplay, uploads it on his channel, adds some commentary. Pretty much the same lazy shit he does with Foodie Beauty. He did it with Madden, but he was successful for a while. But in Madden, people started calling him out for reusing content, and then they realized that he was repeating the same talking points over and over again. This game sucks. This game sucks. So he started losing a lot of support. So Yo Mama was like, this is why he's here, because he started not making money on Madden, and he found his way into the Girl World community because Foodie Beauty is easy fucking money. So he starts exposing the guy, and they have a back and forth for a while. Okay. Now, how I piqued interest in him is I didn't really care about any of this until a specific incident happened. So summer of 2024, I'm getting copyright strikes left and right from two larger YouTube creators, hippos, if you will.
And they are larger, like significantly larger.
Well, allegedly they've lost weight. You talking about fat or you talking about channels?
Like
Allegedly
fat.
they've lost weight.
Fat.
Yeah. Well, one of them is a larger YouTube channel. The other one I think is smaller than me sub-wise, but I digress. So Belinda and I are getting all of these YouTube strikes, copyright strikes from these people. And Foodie Beauty around that time was live, and I think she made a joke or something about, maybe I should start copyright striking reaction channels. So Gorlic Bread, in his quest to, like, literally, Foodie Beauty will upload, and he would have a recap within 20 minutes. Like, that's all that, literally 40-something-year-old man sitting around all day long staring at his phone. Chantal uploads, recap. Chantal uploads, recap. There's actually been theories that he runs the AI recap that YouTube provides, and then he kind of like does the scripting from there. I don't know if that's true or not, but those are just theories that have been thrown out.
I can't actually imagine him sitting down and scripting in the same way that I do for videos.
No, he doesn't script. He literally puts screenshots of still shots of the video. He rotates them like every so often. And he's like, so then Chantal ate her chicken breast today, and the chicken breast looked really bad. And Chantal then complained about her financial issues. And you see, if Chantal were as good with money as I am, like he's one of those, like, he flexed on Chantal, a straight 40-something-year-old man flexing on a morbidly obese woman in Kuwait, although at the time she was probably still in Canada. I don't fucking know.
You know, GG, it occurs to me that we've since attracted new audience members from a different community, the Krama community.
Yeah.
And a lot of them don't know what Girl World or Hater Nation or Chantal is. So if you just give me a moment to try to explain that really quickly.
Please do.
Okay, so for those from the Krama community, or if there's anyone else here from any other community that doesn't know what we're talking about, Girl World, otherwise known as Hater Nation, is primarily made up of reaction channels that is primarily female-based, in which people will sit down and react to videos and live streams uploaded to YouTube by a very rotund woman by the name of Amberlynn Reed, and also another very large woman by the name of Chantal Marie, aka Foodie Beauty. You may have come across the commentary community making the odd video on them from time to time whenever they need the views. You may also be wondering why I'm kind of an orbiter of this community. You can blame Omegon for that if you know who he is. You know, when I entered this sphere, no pun intended, it was it wasn't for the same reasons Garlic Bread came in. You know, I just wanted to have a break from the political stuff, because my old channel Irate Bear was a political channel, and it was actually more profitable than Go Wild was. And so, anyway, so Amberlynn Reed and Chantal Marie, aka Foodie Beauty, have had an entire community of reaction channels, basically making videos about them for the last, how many years would you say, GG?
So I came in 2020, and I feel like probably 18, 19, so probably like 6 to 7, maybe 8 years.
Yeah, 6, 7, or 8 years, this kind of thing has been going on. Now,
and it's boring. It's stale. Like,
it is very boring. Still big. It is very stale.
It's a cycle. It's all cyclical.
Yeah. It is very similar to the whole Krama community in that, you know, there's only one or two people that everyone talks about. Unfortunately, with the Go World lot, is that the reactors themselves are often hypocrites, and think that sitting there and telling the rest of the world that they are better than Chantal and Amberlynn Reed, well, that's effectively, you have lolcows making videos about lolcows. And it is his own fucking thing. You have all this drama that's lasted for years. GG has been at the center of it for the last 5 years.
Apparently I am the grannies watching, because I just saw Earthy, and it made me think of Krama. I am the grannies watching. So apparently when it comes to BJ, everything is grannies watching fault. When it comes to Krama, I am the grannies watching of this community.
Pretty much. The great evil that is the gaining ground has been triggering the pants off of multiple people. The drama between the reactors has led to numerous lawsuits, and is it's been a mess. It's been a hell of a mess, and I've pretty much been an orbiter of this stuff for just over 5 years. Because as soon as I discovered Girl World, I also quickly discovered Shani for Christ, and the whole lolcow / horror cow thing pretty much ruined lolcows and horror cows for me forever. Thank you, Earthy, for becoming a channel member. Who let Alex out to play? Well, you can blame Nikki for that, as always. I think we've established that hashtag blame Nikki is something that we should all get trending, I think. Don't look at me like that, you beautiful woman, you. So you can't get angry at me because I complimented you. You're my beautiful princess. She's going to type something horrible in the chat now. So, now that you guys have a rough idea of what Girl World and Hader Nation is, and the community that we're talking about, now I can let Gigi continue.
Well, it's interesting. So before we had the stream, I went to check his community tab post, Gorlic Bread, and there's nothing there. So usually when I'm involved in a stream, Gorlic Bread shits his pants. He will not say my name, because I have caught him in so many lies, which we'll get to in a few minutes. But I said to myself, I said there's either going to be a community tab post or he's going to upload a Foodie Beauty video because he wants to distract his audience to make sure that nobody wanders over here out of curiosity. Wouldn't you know, he just uploaded a Foodie Beauty video. He's so fucking predictable. I can't even handle it at this point. So anyway, it's someone in chat just said he uploaded it. And it's about Chantal. So he got on my radar because while he was bitching about Foodie Beauty talking about copyright strikes, he was actively sucking the asses of the two creators who were actively striking me and Belinda. So I was just like, wow, you're a little clout-chasing little twat, aren't you? So I kind of made a comment about it, a community tab post about it. And he has the audacity to say, when you use other people's content, that's the risk you take. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You do nothing but Chantal content. Chantal... Foodie Beauty Chantal, by the way. Sorry, Crown people. They both. If I say Chantal, I'm talking Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty, you do nothing but Foodie Beauty content. Foodie Beauty just mentions copyright striking, and you have a nervous breakdown about how you have to defend the community because copyright striking is bad. But when one of the asses you kiss issues a strike, that's the risk I take when I react to their content. So we were off to the races there, Alex. Once he said that, I said, okay, I see you. You're a clout-chasing ass kisser. I should have given you attention sooner. So I started giving him more attention, if that makes sense. Hopefully everyone's with me at this point.
Yes.
Busy Little Bee comes along, bless her heart. And she's like, hey, and I don't think I had really been talking to her that much yet at this point. And she's like, I don't know if you know this, but she's like, he used to have a Madden channel, Ryan Moody 21, and it's kind of dying. He has like 90, he had 100,000 subs, and now it's down to like 97 or 98. I forget. Like he's lost subs because people, and his views are anywhere from like 2,000 to 20,000, which, listen, 20,000 respectable, but not when you're at almost 100,000 views, 100,000 subscribers, excuse me. So I was like, yeah, what about him? She's like, well, I have this video that was on the farms as well. He told everybody he was dying a couple years ago. I said, what do you mean? She was like, well, take a look at this video. And I was so disgusted. And I feel like, do you want to play that video now?
Oh, yeah,
and then we kind of go from there.
I
feel like that's a good, because that is when my disdain for him and my digging really started at this point. Because when you hear this video, and I told you you'd be disgusted. And I feel like that was that was the correct assertion, not correct whatever description.
No. What we're talking about, guys, is a video wherein Ryan Moody, a.k.a. Gorlic Bread, uploaded a video. And the video is called I Wouldn't Change a Thing. Now, I hadn't really paid attention, as I said, to Gorlic Bread. I know he was a bit of a shit, and hence why Gigi was covering, but he really didn't interest me. Until I saw this video. It set off my, I don't know, the alarms that existed within my head, I suppose, that tell me, oh, this motherfucker needs to be spoken about. You know what I mean? And because, as I mentioned Shani for Christ earlier, and how she'd ruined, like, my ability to criticize other content creators because of how extreme she is. I was actually disgusted by this video, and I want you guys to sit back and watch this with us. I'm not going to pause it once I start playing.
Yeah, I'm going to go
play the entire thing, and I want you guys to tell me what conclusion that you personally take from this video. Don't let me or Gigi influence your opinions. I want you to listen to this from start to finish, And I
What
want
do you think he's telling his audience?
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you think he's implying? So I'm gonna have to listen on through my phone. So I'm gonna mute the mic here and then play it on my phone
course.
because you said you're not gonna pause it, right?
Yeah, I'm going to let the whole thing
right,
play.
cool. I'm
and
gonna mute here
I
then.
want the audience to reach their own conclusion here. And you tell me and GG what you think that he's trying to convey to his audience, okay? Right. I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to play. I'm not going to interrupt it, so let's do this.
Having a breakdown. I've probably... What is going on, guys? It's going to be a difficult video here. I've probably recorded this, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. It's hard to get through it without having a breakdown or my voice cracking. But I feel like, just going to have to roll through this. So, actually wrote some notes down, so I covered everything here. About 2 months ago, I started to have
Alex, you are not
some
muted, by the way.
issues physically that I was dealing with. I waited about a month, which would probably be the precursor to all this. If you guys start to have, serious problems, then you need to go get evaluated right away. I was too stubborn for my own good. Typical guy stuff, right? I'll drink more water. This will go away. I don't have a problem. This can't be happening. So, didn't seek help right away. Last month, I did obviously get to a position where I had to go, seek medical assistance. And in the process of that, have learned that a couple things are happening. Number one, it looks like I have a kidney and a bladder disease. As far as treatment goes, it looks like they're going to have to put in some stents just for comfort. I'm not in pain. I'm just in discomfort. But other than that, I don't know how good the long-term diagnosis looks. So, with that said, this was a difficult conversation to have with my family, and I feel like you guys are part of my family. It's a difficult conversation to have with you. I feel like the other videos I had a lot more to say. But, there's just not a lot to be said, really. I've enjoyed my life. I've had the best life ever. I don't think some of you can even comprehend how happy I am. And I've always been. I feel like I've lived 3 different lives. I got to go out. If we could go back and you could sit beside me in kindergarten and you would say, Ryan, write down all the things you want to accomplish and where you want to go in life. I honestly would have accomplished every single one. So, I can't have any type of guilt. I don't want any type of sympathy. Save that for somebody that actually needs it, because it's not me. I am content with, everything in my life. It's a scary thing to look at. It's hard conversations to have with doctors. It's, terrible conversations to have with your parents. But, you have to enjoy your time, and I enjoyed all my time with you guys, every video. I wouldn't take any of it back. So, I guess, in closing, I have about 2 months worth of content here, which should probably tell you, what my work ethic to you guys was. I've got somebody that's going to, custodian the channel. And, if, worse comes to worse, then, they'll let you know. I don't want to be, it's hard to not, it's hard to be, to look at things and be like, man, what type of person cries in front of 94,000 people, right? Thank God I didn't hit that 100,000, you know what I mean? Listen, in closing, enjoy whatever you're doing to the fullest. There's holidays coming up. Enjoy time with your family, because you never know. You really never know. To be 100% honest, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I was in the best shape of my life. I didn't think anything was wrong. And, just kind of out of nowhere, started to have, some bleeding, and ignored it. And, here we are. The discussions you never want to have. And, I can tell you, sit down my notes. I can tell you the hardest time in life is when you're sitting in the room with someone and you know, they're telling you really bad news. And you just go numb. And everything just starts to go through your head. And you don't want to believe it. And you go to look at other opinions, and, you know, the other opinions kind of come back the same. I think, in reality, that optimism hurt me more than just confronting what was happening, right? So, to close this out, I want to let you guys know, no matter what they determine, you know, I'm going to be as aggressive as I can, and, you know, that's just how it's going to be. It's funny, you know, having just went through everything with my mom, getting her transplant, you know, fate is like so crazy. And, you know, I remember, you know, looking at my mom and being like, man, I would never, you know, go through like dialysis or anything like that. You know, I would never want to do that. And then now, you know, they're like, oh, you know, what if you have to get like a colostomy bag? And I'm like, you know, the guy literally was like, you could tuck it into your clothes. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. I'll wear it as a necklace. You know, it doesn't matter to me. I just don't care. You know, whatever it takes is what I'm willing to do. And that's my promise to you guys. So if you want to support the channel, you know how to do that. This is probably by far the cleanest video of me going through this that I ever have. If I ever upset any one of you, viewer or creator, I'm sorry. I don't know how to end this, man. You've got a whole bunch of content, and I hope we get to talk again.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
If you want to support the channel,
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's my sponsor.
by the way, here's my list of Patreon members. I can't take it. So I listened to this, and one of the most glaring things I notice is bladder kidney. I might have to wear a colostomy bag. I said, wait a minute. Bladder kidney, colostomy. Colostomy is when, you know, if you have to have, I don't want to get too graphic, but if sometimes people have like anal cancer surgery or to have an anal tumor removed, and if they nick your rectal muscle, you can't go to the bathroom, right? You have a colostomy bag. It's what collects your poop.
Yes.
A catheter is what collects your pee.
Yes.
Why would you have to wear a colostomy bag if you had bladder kidney issues? Now, of course, his defenders say, well, he misspoke. How do you misspoke about something so serious? Now, the worst part is you go through the comments section, right?
Before you get to that point,
Oh, sorry.
if you listen to him, he has notes that he took.
Yes.
So for him to misspeak,
Yes.
technically should be an impossibility.
Good point.
But
I didn't even catch that. Good point. Mm-hmm. That's why you're here. That's why we keep you around, Alex.
I know. It's
That and your
it's not for
dashing good looks.
Oh, thank you. I was about to bring up my looks. I appreciate that. I do like a compliment. Who doesn't?
So, bladder kidney. So, I hear this video and I think, holy fuck. So, I start going through the comments. And a lot of people are commenting, I assume it's cancer. Beat cancer. Hashtag Moody Strong. And he hearts every single one. Doesn't one time respond and say, hey, actually, it's not cancer. It's something else. No, he just hearts it. Heart. So I start covering this video because I'm just fucking disgusted. And then I notice something interesting too. His caretaker starts commenting. Ryan's too sick to comment. And
I saw
but
that. Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something interesting about that that's going to tickle your pickle when I tell you how I caught that. That's him. And I know it's him. And I'll tell you how I caught it.
Him.
Oh, no, but I have proof it's him.
Oh.
Not 100% proof. I got 95% fucking proof it's him. So I'm going through these comments, and I'm thinking to myself, why would you let these people think you have cancer? Like, if you don't have cancer, because I start asking that publicly, and he gets very defensive. I never said I had cancer. He's one of those people. He purposely does vague shit, so then he can come back later and said, I never actually said what I had. Mm-hmm. And he starts, and I start covering the video, and then the farms he gets a little farm's attention. He had gotten some already because of the love triangle. Well, the farms notices something. He's being sued by a debt collection company. Okay. Now, this video was uploaded November 24th or 23rd, 2021. He was served on or around October 1st, 2021. So about 6 to 7 weeks before he makes this Woe Is Me video, he's being sued for an $1,800 debt that he didn't pay for a Visa card. He then tells the world he's dying on November 21st or whatever, or 23rd.
Convenient.
Up until December, then on December 9th, there's a judgment. Up until December 9th, there are videos being uploaded, but the person uploading them is very, very, very clear. Very, not clear. Very, what's I'm looking for? They make it a point to say this video was filmed last week because, Ryan's too sick to film videos. It's filmed this week. Okay. December 9th comes along, and I find all this out after the fact by going through the court documents because I had to go to Maryland for reasons, and I went and pulled the court documents. December 9th comes along, and he makes an agreement with the collection company that he will pay back $900 of the $1,800 fee debt at $25 a month for like the next 3 years. Okay. Now, that was December 9th, 2021. I go to his channel to see, did he upload anything on December 9th? Because remember, he's so sick, he had 3 months worth of content ready to go, which is crazy how you can have 3 months worth of content in a Madden community when the Madden community is based on real-time things. You know what I mean? Like patches, game releases. But if you do 3 months worth of content for video games, your shit's going to be old. Maybe I'm out of touch with video games, but I feel like they're always getting patched. They're always getting released.
It really depends. Like I never played Madden. I know it's a foosball game, but in terms of gaming content, it really depends on what you do. But the way that I'm thinking here is like ultra creative stuff, so it wouldn't work out for him to do that at all.
Well,
Especially a sports game. It really would work out.
I don't think it would either. So from November 23rd or whatever date this video is uploaded until December 9th, we're getting these videos. And then he starts sprinkling in investment videos. Oh, I'm investing in this crypto or I'm investing in this house. I forget the investment stuff.
He tried to be a crypto bro?
Oh, I went back in time. His Madden channel tried to be investments in crypto and then tried to be supplements. He's a try it until it sticks kind of guy. And if it sticks, he just milks it for everything it's worth. Madden finally stuck for a while though. And because as your mama said, the tides kind of started turning on him because he was reusing people's content. And people were like, hey, you used my game footage for your fucking video. And his response was, don't put it on the internet if you don't want people to use it. Doesn't even play his own.
How that really works, copyright is a thing.
Doesn't even play his own video games. Doesn't even screen record his own shit. Is my understanding. He finds other content and then he does his voiceovers, just like with Chantal.
Is it stupid of me, GG, to ask whether Gorlic ever provided? Fuck me. I'm having a case of the GGs right now. Forgetting words. Did he provide credit?
And I'm old.
Did he provide any credit at all, or did he just
not that I know. I think somebody confronted him on Twitter, and that's when he was like, "And don't put it online if you don't want me to use it."
He could at least provide credit.
I don't think he did. So I get all this court information, and I'm like, I'm gonna go see if he uploaded on December 9th because December 9th is the day that he settled that court case. And on December 9th, there's a video. And in the video, there's a tweet. But the date of the tweet is cropped. So I do my investigative journalism, and I find the tweet. The tweet is December 9th. On the day his court date was settled, he was suddenly, miraculously healed to where he could start making videos again. And he got right back to regular content. We never saw those 3 months worth of old videos. We never saw the caretaker or whatever he called it ever again. That person stopped commenting. We never saw that person again. He was only dying during his court case, which I find interesting.
It's fascinating.
And he says, what do you think? I could get out of court by faking dying? And I said, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you tried to uptick your channel. You tried to go viral. I personally think he tried to get back in the good graces of a community that was shunning him by pretending to be sick, because under the video, there are people who were like, hey, man, I don't particularly like you, but my thoughts and prayers are with you. I think he did this to hopefully have a viral moment and to get back in the good graces of people who were shunning him because he was seeing the writing on the wall with this channel. He saw the views were dipping and dipping fast, and he needed that money. So then somebody says to me, Gigi, Gorlic Bread, Ryan Moody, 21, has a real problem distinguishing between to and to, meaning direction and also, right? I'm going to the store, or I'm going to also, right? I think you know the difference, but I'm just making sure everyone knows what I mean by two and two, not the number two, T-O
and T-O-O.
T-O-O.
Yes.
And they said if you go through his older videos and titles, you'll see he really has a problem doing that. Okay. So then I go to the video, and the caretaker, wouldn't you know, also has a problem distinguishing between T-O and T-O-O when the caretaker left that comment. If you go back and read it, if it hasn't been edited, they totally use the wrong two. I think they go T-O instead of T-O-O. And then I'm looking through the court document, and he wrote a little blurb about how he had been begging for a payment plan. Now, mind you, this is from his deathbed, allegedly. Begging, and he walked into court by the day on the 9th. It was an in-person visit. He was too sick on his deathbed to upload or read videos or read comments. But on December 9th, Jesus healed him, and he walked into a courthouse to settle this court date.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. And on that court document, he misspelled two, just like the caretaker does, just like his other videos do. So I'm like, you're the caretaker, motherfucker. So I start hammering him on this, and he is just, oh, I don't owe anybody my medical history. I don't owe anybody anything. And he, of course, does what Girl World does, starts posting community tabs about me, right? You can't take this guy seriously. Just look at like Charlie Gold. Look at the things he did to this person. Starts doing the usual bullshit that they always do to discredit me in this community because I've clocked each and every fucking single one of them to the point where somehow they either lose subs, they lose support, whatever. I'm a clocker. If I see you doing fucked up shit, I'm going to call it out. And we go into a back and forth for a while. So I'm like, what else is this motherfucker hiding? So I start digging some more. I go through the farms. Busy's also helped me with some research. Then I hear the story of the OnlyFans girlfriend. He had an OnlyFans girlfriend. She died. She died, Alex.
Wait, what?
Oh, she died.
She died?
But she was one of... She died. She unalived herself, I believe. But she was so successful, Alex. Like, one of the most successful OnlyFans models out there. They made so much money, Alex. So much that... And they were kids, right? They didn't even know how to handle it. Like, she was making so much money, they were kids. Like, we didn't know how to handle all this money. OnlyFans started in 2016, Alex. Mm-hmm. This man is currently in his... Probably 43, 44 years old. What's 43, 44 minus 9?
You're
34, 35?
Maths.
34, 35?
There we go. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Is that a kid to you who doesn't know how to handle taxes?
No. It's someone in their mid-30s.
So I start questioning him on that, and I go, hey, can you please explain to me how if OnlyFans started in 2016, how the fuck... How could you have been kids who didn't know how to do taxes? Like, it just, the story didn't make sense to me. So I call him out for that, and he goes to his community tab post. Doesn't address any of the points I made. Doesn't address the bullshit story, the timeline, the fact that I don't think he told his engaged girlfriend, virtually engaged girlfriend, ever mentioned this chick before, as far as I know. But it was a very traumatic experience for him. And he writes this whole community tab post. Guys, the gaining ground is doubting that my girlfriend offed herself, which is not what I'm saying at all.
Wait, he actually named you for a change?
Well, that was the last time he ever did because it backfired.
Oh, I see.
Because it backfired. The gaining ground is doubting that my girlfriend offed herself. Maybe he should... This is how manipulative he is. Maybe he should fly up here, and I'll sit him down face-to-face with her aunt, and he can tell her face-to-face that her... Or maybe her mother. Was it aunt or whatever? He can sit and tell her family member that he doesn't believe she's dead. Mind you, that's not what I said, Alex. I do not doubt that this man did not give hundreds of dollars to an OnlyFans model, got a couple DMs, and thought he was in love. I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt that there's an OnlyFans model who passed away. But I doubt that this hot $1 million OnlyFans model was dating him. Maybe he thought she was dating him. I don't think she was actually dating him. That's what I said. So some people under the community tab post are like, oh, that Gigi's so horrible to you, Gorlic Bread. How could he doubt that your girlfriend offed herself? Which again is not what I said. Very manipulative. But a lot of other people started questioning because he drove them to my channel. Because they're like, hey man, we watched his video. The shit he's saying is kind of making sense. Like, shit's not adding up. He loses 100 subs, 200 subs, 300 subs. Community pad post gets deleted, and we get I'm no longer going to engage with this person by name post, and that's when it started, because he doesn't want to send people over to my channel to see his bullshit.
Yes.
I think it's better. We're not even close to done yet. Do you have any questions? Did you want to interject? Would you want to interact with the chat for a minute? Because I feel like I'm taking over. If you want to interact,
it's completely fine by me. Just every time you speak about him, it reminds me of my little interaction with him and realizing that Gorlic Bread, because he won't ban you, which I'll give him that. I had a back and forth with him the other day. However, my biggest issue with him, other than quite clearly faking cancer, was the fact that he talks like an NPC. He talks like a fucking bot, and he just refuses to address anything. Instead, what he decides to do is he decides to vaguely insult GG over and over again. Yeah. And he also made the accusation that, you guys know Nikki, Irate Princess in the chat there. She's a mod. She's
hello, Nikki.
Nikki, GG said, hello, Nikki. In a very, Oliver Twist kind of accent, which of course is that London accent, which is currently, 700 miles away from where we are right now. Why? Hello, GG. Hello, friend.
Yay.
Yeah. He thought that Nikki, because Nikki jumped in on it as well, because Nikki likes to join in with me when I'm giving someone shit. He thought that Nikki was my sock account, which I found really funny because, all right, I know I've made my mistakes and I'm a bit of a airhead from time to time, I think we all are. We're all human beings. We make mistakes. However, if I'm making a sock account, I'm not going to also put the word irate in it, right?
Yes.
It's Irate Alex and Irate Princess. If I want to be a sneaky Snoopy Doopy Doo Boo, I'm not going to have another account that says irate in it, you fucking fat ginger retard.
That's what he does. He also is convinced that every negative comments if you go through his community tab posts, a lot of the negative comments, he's talking to that person like he's talking to me, and I'm like, God, you're such an incel dick. Sherry, I don't know where the OnlyFans model fits in on the timeline, because OnlyFans started in 2016. He started dating Breezy in early 2022, so I don't know when this woman offed herself. I don't know. So we get into the OnlyFans spat. He won't answer any of those questions. He won't answer why he hearted cancer comments. He won't tell us what disease he had. He won't tell us at the time. We know now, but we'll get there in a minute. He won't tell us how he cured the disease. All we know is that all we know is he was served October 2021. He was dying November 2021. He settled his lawsuit in debt December 2021. And then it was on business as usual. He allegedly says he has thousands of videos out there where he updates people on his medical journey. I haven't found a single one. I've asked him, hey, if you want to put these links in a community tab post, I'll apologize to you. He won't do it because there are none. Mm-hmm. The most I've been able to find is a vague comment of him going, for those of you asking, the journey's going well, thanks. Like that's all you'll get. No details like I was in chemo today. He kept it all purposely vague for a reason. Mm-hmm. So a couple months after he's dying, he uploads a video in April of 2022 talking about how he feels YouTube is shadow banning him. His views are not what they used to be. And then all of a sudden, Gorlic Bread is born a month later. And he never addresses his death with the girl with audience, never talks about it, never mentions, hey, I almost died. Nothing. So,
shocker.
The girl OnlyFans thing happens. He ignores that as well. And then I find a video where I almost died. Let me tell you about it so it doesn't happen to you too. I said, what the fuck is this now? He uploads a video in 2018, I think, maybe 17, where he tells this harrowing story about how there's this place up the road, and I go get lumber or something. I don't fucking know. And I was irresponsible, and I went alone, and I didn't have the proper dress on, and I was attacked by attacked by a swarm of wasps, and I'm highly allergic. And I ran to the car. They were in the car with me, and they were stinging me. My vision went blurry, and I didn't have my EpiPen on me, but I was able to make it to my parents' house. And Alex, did his parents call 911 or inject him with the EpiPen? No. They throw him in the back seat and drive him to the nearest hospital. And he's going into anaphylactic shock, because that's what most parents would do, right? If your child is dying, you throw him in the back seat of the car. But he gets to the hospital, and luckily he was able to make the nurses laugh with a blood pressure joke. And yeah, so listen, guys, don't go out alone, and watch out for wasps. And just so you know, like, my dedication to you is, I'm sitting here, I still have stingers in my body. That's how dedicated he is, though. He's making this video with stingers in his body. So I'm reacting to this video. It's going bullshit. And somebody in chat goes, GG. Google whether or not wasps leave their stingers behind. Click, 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 click. No, they don't.
Which is interesting.
Bees leave their stingers behind and then shortly die after. A wasp can sting you over and over again, because when they sting you, they don't lose their stinger. Very, very rarely does a wasp lose its stinger. But according to him, he went to the hospital, anaphylactic shock, had all these stingers in him. Some of them were still embedded in him, and you had to deal with the pain of having stinger. Bullshit. That wouldn't happen, because they don't leave their sting. He hasn't addressed that either. He will not address how he somehow had wasp stingers in his body.
I'd love to know how he got there in the fucking first place. Like, did he go over and kick a fucking wasp's nest?
Oh, I think he lifted a piece of wood or something. What was it? He was lifting a pallet busy? I don't fucking remember. He was lifting a pallet, and then I said, wasps live underneath a pallet? I thought they build, like, hives in trees or something. Like, none of it made sense to me. I've never heard of wasps building...
Wasps can build nests pretty much
anywhere.
Pretty much anywhere, yeah.
That's the only true part of his story, then.
Well, I don't know what he was doing to begin with. There's no way he would have.
He was getting wood or something. He was getting wood or something. I have all these videos saved. I'll have to go back and listen again. So there's that.
Also, wasps. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong on this, but wasps aren't going to set up just anywhere. Like, you know what I mean?
He drove. He was blacking out while he was driving, Alex. But thank God he had the perseverance with the wasps were in the truck with him, the cab of his truck, and they were stinging him while he was driving. And he got to his house, and his parents got him to the hospital. I'm like, your parents didn't bring you the fucking EpiPen? Your parents didn't call 911 where an EpiPen could have been administered to you in the back of an ambulance? Your parents saw you in anaphylactic shock and said, we're just going to put you in the backseat of a car and take you to a fucking hospital? What?
For me, as you might imagine, learning about this rotund Adonis, a ginger Adonis, that's what I call him, ginger Adonis, of a man, is learning about the lies. Now, some of them make sense, from an optics perspective, right? But some of these lies are just like, why did you lie about this? Well, how does that benefit you in any way? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Because, in my opinion, it's very telling when, in a dying video, he mentions, a good thing I didn't hit that 100K sub, Mark. He wants to be YouTube famous. He wants a plaque. He wants Easy Street. And I think he was trying to do videos with titles that would catch on, right? Because I have seen... I don't know why, but it's every once in a while YouTube loves to recommend me a goodbye video. And for some reason I sit there and watch it and bawl my eyes out. But it's actually people who are dying. And if you notice those videos, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million views. But those people die, right? And then they don't upload again. I think he was looking to go viral. I think he used his Madden dying bullshit for sympathy, to rebuild his image and to get people who hate him to feel bad for him and come back and support him. But I also think he thought the title would go viral. I almost died, let me tell you how to avoid or whatever. He was probably hoping that was going to hit the algorithm and he was going to get 1 million views. Everything he does, and you could just look at the comments to you, Alex, and the comments to that whole community tab post. I'll compare AdSense with him anytime. He's clearly broke. I'm not. Look at my views. Every week or so, he posts his analytics. Guys, just want to thank you for all the views this week. You guys are making this such a great channel. My views, that's all he cares about are numbers. And I think he will say,
he loves that.
He will. Yep. He will say and do anything to go viral, to have his viral moment. And I think that's a part of why he made these videos. But when his Madden dying video didn't work out for him, and in April he found himself still struggling, he decided to do Girl World. Now, how did he know about Girl World, you ask? Ask me, Alex. Well, how did he know about Girl World?
How did he go down the same road Ty went and found it through a Megon?
No. I start digging some more, and a year before he started his channel, Ryan Moody 21 was under Kaya Simon's Life channel. Remember Kaya Simons, the one who had the
I remember Kaya. Yeah.
He was slowly learning all about this community. What kind of person is successful? What kind of persona you need to craft? You know, like when I first came into the Hater Nation sewer, the story was always, I do these videos because I'm losing weight. And I'm holding Foodie Beauty accountable because she's not losing weight and she's making a mockery of weight. Like, that was the whole thing. Like, that's how a lot of the older reaction channels got away with their bullshit. Well, she's allowed to say this about Foodie because she is on a weight loss journey. She's trying. So it's always been about pretending to be something you're not so you can flex on Foodie Beauty. And those people make the most money. That's how it always is. He was slowly learning, and he was apparently in contact with Kaya. That Christina, the Latina person who he was dating in real life, she too was in Girl World comment section. So I don't know if he had her scouring videos. I don't know the full situation with that, but he was in there. And then he was watching other people. And then he all of a sudden, when he realizes Madden isn't performing, he felt, okay, I'm ready to get into Girl World. And he births Gorlic Bread, I think in May of 2020. 2022. It's April or May of 2022. So anyways, he hits the ground running. So I'm after him for the credit card debt because he likes to tell Chantal how Chantal's irresponsible with her budget. You're bad with money. You're responsible with your budget. However, he would always tell me as well. Every time I went after his OnlyFans stories and his dying story, well, someone's just mad because he's a failed reaction. That failed reaction channel shit, Alex, has been going on for years.
He loves saying that shit. He must have said that to me about 6 times.
It's been going on for years. You're a failed reaction channel. You're jealous, Gigi, because if this went away tomorrow, I'd be okay because I have multiple streams of income and I have multiple houses and multiple cars, to which I would always say, then why didn't you pay your credit card bill? $1,800. Like, I don't. Finally, somebody, I think, a reactor started talking about it in Girl World, and he got nervous, so he addressed it. His credit card was used fraudulently. Mm-hmm. And he didn't report it for fraud for obvious reasons. I don't know what those obvious reasons could be. And he said that it was actually smart of him to let them drag him to court than to have reported fraud. Because, instead of $1,800, he only had to pay $900. What? So it was smart of you to ruin your credit score?
I was about to say, that still hurts your credit score.
Yes,
the entire
correct.
thing hurts. The entire thing hurts, especially if it goes to that level.
Correct.
Okay.
But he says he's a smart adult. He did it right.
He's a smart
He let these credit cards go into default, and I can't relate because unlike him, he has multiple streams. He says this all the time: multiple streams of income, portfolios. And people say, "Well, Gigi, why did you dig into his financial stuff?" Because the moment I found out from the farms that he was being sued for credit card debt, how could I not? This whole community is supposed to be about accountability. They make up shit about Foodie Beauty all the fucking time just to flex on her. But I'm not allowed to call out the fact that this person who flexes his wealth is actually a broke bum. When I did that, I was a stalker. Oh, he's stalking Gorlic Bread. Poor Gorlic Bread.
Isn't that always the go-to
Yes.
for lolcows? Every single one of them that I've ever spoken to, criticized, or whatever else. You're just a stalker. And but before you continue, massive thank you to Vibrator, People Hater.
Oh, nice.
For gifting out 10 channel memberships. Thank you. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, and Fraggy says, "Can you shut
I'm gonna
GG
get
up
there
for a second?"
Fraggy, I'm going in chronological order. We're about to hit that part now. So
There's your answer for you, Fraggy.
Yes.
And thank you again, Vibrator. Thank you.
thank you, Vibrator. So all through 2024, I'm holding his ass responsible, whatever. Then a creator by the name of Bad Seed comes along. Now, Bad Seed does Foodie Beauty reactions, and she gets pretty decent views. Bad Seed lost a child to cancer. I don't know the age. I didn't pry. It's not my business, but I know that, unfortunately, she lost a child to cancer. And Bad Seed is one of the only reaction channels who actually has a spine. And Bad Seed had been watching me quietly, I guess, behind the scenes. And she got really upset because, as somebody who lost a child to cancer, she called him out in the community tab post. And she's like, look, I know a lot of you don't like Gigi. And of course, the comments were all the people who've been poisoned. You can't listen to him. You can't listen. And Bad Seed's responding to these, like, kudos to her. Whether or not you respect her Foodie Beauty reactions, she's responding to each one saying, listen, this isn't about Gigi. Gigi's playing his words. Like she realizes, I think, that a lot of the bullshit surrounding me has been fabricated because people need to discredit me because they don't want their viewers coming here and learning the truths about their favorite content creators. So Bad Seed calls him out. Well, he has a video within 1 hour. He will not respond to me anymore. But Bad Seed has a video within an hour, and it's because Bad Seed, A, gets good views. But you want to know what else is about Bad Seed?
She's
Bad
female.
Seed, not just that. Well, that too. He loves going after females. But Bad Seed has it in good with French Fried Girl.
Oh, boy.
So I think he was like, fuck. I can't have FFG putting this shit out because FFG gets 3, 4, 5,000 people in a live stream.
Yeah. For those who don't know, FFG, also known as French Fried Girl, is
sorry.
pretty much the queen of Girl World as it stands right now. When she live streams and talks about Chantal, she gets the big boy numbers. 4,000, 5,000 people watching every time. She kills it every single time.
Yep. So he releases this video, and Alex, if you think the other video was gross, this video was worse. He pretty much says to her, he pretty much implies she's just emotional and manic because she lost a child and she's not thinking clearly. He pretty much says that. And not in the. I'll send you a copy of it for you to listen to it. He pretty much is just like, you're over here listening to this failed reactor who has no credibility. And I understand that you lost a child. I mean, I was infuriated listening to this fucking video. But, don't take it out on me. How dare you demand my medical records? I don't put this stuff on the internet. When he did put it on the internet. And his little cult likes to say, we don't care about this stuff because he doesn't put this stuff online. But he does put this stuff online. If you tell your audience you're dying, we have a right to ask questions. We have the right. And she was asking questions. And he turned it around into, you're just a manic, emotional woman who lost a child. My condolences, by the way. But then he does this creepy voice where he likes to talk to women. How dare you demand anything of me?
Voice.
He does. Yeah.
Why is it always a Batman voice with these fuckers?
He's used it on Busy and everybody. So in this video, he decides to answer some of my questions-ish. Just so you know, Bad Seed, I had to have stem cell treatments, which, by the way, were miraculous. They saved my life.
Stem cells.
What? Stem cells for what? So I start Googling, can stem cells cure cancer? Is it FDA approved? No. The only approval stem cells has is to cure or to treat the side effects of chemotherapy. There's nothing about curing cancer. But then he says it's an F cancer. So I say, just tell everybody what you had then. But here's the more interesting part. In this same video, now we all heard him say bladder kidney came out of nowhere, right? Do you remember him saying that? Bladder kidney, I was in the best shape of my life. Well, all of a sudden, this is the story. Liver disease. That had been ongoing. A thing he'd been dealing with for months before he made that video. And I'm like, wait a minute. No. You said bladder kidney, boom, out of nowhere. Now it's liver And you were warned by your doctor? He said his doctors had warned him months prior that he was going down a bad path and he didn't listen. So which is it? You were in the best shape of your life and started bleeding from an orifice and had no idea why? Or your doctor said, hey, Moody, your liver's failing. Stop doing whatever it is you're doing or else. So he changes the whole story. Changes it completely. But remember, he's telling the liver story on his Gorlic Bread channel, knowing damn well that his little fucking moron lemmings are not going to come listen to me, and they're not going to dig up the Ryan Moody video. So as far as they know, poor Gorlic Bread, he almost died of liver disease, and he's being attacked. Play the other video for them, Moody. Oh, you can't, because you fucking lied. So I start asking stem cell questions, and I'm like, listen, if I were dying and stem cells miraculously cured me, why I would share it with you guys. I'd say, hey, everybody, listen, I'm dealing with this right now. If anybody in the audience is dealing with it too, look into this organization, this website. So I look up the state where he lives, and stem cells treatments are barely even available for trials. So then I go back to his I'm dying video, right? November 2021. I've done my research in this motherfucker. And I start looking through the comments again, and I start looking through the preceding video. Proceeding videos. Yeah, the ones come after, not preceding. And I'm noticing that the caretaker is updating on the comments section. Now, he's dying November 23rd. Within days, Ryan is super tired but super excited. He's starting his stem cell treatment tomorrow. What? So he applied for and was accepted into a trial within 3 to 4 business days? Like, for those of you who are sick, like I know from dealing with Alzheimer's, if you want to get somebody into a trial, you have to apply. There's an evaluation. They don't just take anybody. You have to be like, I've tried to get my mother into certain trials and she's too advanced where they won't take her. You can't just walk in and say, give me stem cells. So then I start calling him in on that. I'm like, how did you almost die November 23rd, get approved from stem cells December 4th, I think it was, settle your court case on December 9th, and go back to regular content? Where's your 2 to 3 months of videos? Where's your caretaker? Why aren't you talking about this anymore? He doesn't want to address any of that. None of it.
I bet if he was to actually answer that, he'd be like, I know a guy.
Yeah, he knows a guy.
I know a guy.
So it's crazy. So then and then somebody dropped something on my lap and so, hey, Gigi, just so you know, he's getting sued again. I said, what? November 2024, less than a year ago, Discover Card sued him for almost $9,000. Lack of payment. Lack of payment. He racks up credit card bills, doesn't pay them. I have some copies of his credit card bills. I never published them. People say I doxed him. I've never even said his legal name. People think his legal name is Ryan. It's not. It's part of his name, but it's not his first name. His first name is not Ryan. I've never said his first name. I've never showed court documents. I've never doxed him in any way, shape, or form. I use the name he uses on his channel. If you call your channel Ryan Moody, don't be mad that I call you Ryan. Like I'm the gaining ground. People love calling me by my first legal name. They do it to piss me off because they're scumbags. I don't do that to people. If you go by, like Belinda goes by Hillbilly Belinda, so she expects to be called Belinda. People who respect me call me Gigi, but we have those scumbags out there who love using my legal name because they think it's going to get a reaction on me still, whatever. But I've never doxed him. So I go through the credit card statements, and as he owes these people $9,000, and I went and got the old statements as well, he would make like a $50 payment. He would then get dinged with $56 in interest. Like he was literally just throwing his money away. Just throwing it away. Now he claims it was fraud. But if it was fraud, Alex, why were you making minimum payments? If it was fraud, why were you paying it?
Yeah.
So I'm going through all this, and as he owes all this money, I'm seeing eBay purchase, eBay purchase, eBay purchase, because he likes to buy baseball cards from eBay. So he just likes to use credit cards and just doesn't feel like he should have to pay them back. And he sits here and flexes on Chantal, acts like he's so good with money, so smart with money. He's not. He's the reason why credit card interests are sky high. Because scumbags like him use their credit cards, don't pay the bills, and then fuck it all for the rest of us. So I'm calling him out on all this shit. And then, if you know, there's a woman by the name of Bridget. Bless Bridget's heart.
We do know Bridget, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Bridge maybe I see. She doesn't like me. Nobody can really pinpoint her disdain for me. I could see her not liking me because I've given it back to her in the past. But her disdain for me is fucking crazy. She decides to become Gorlic Bread's biggest defender. And she's like, how dare Gigi stalk him by going through his credit card bills, da-da-da. Like, nobody's talking about the fact that this man tells Chantal that he's rich and that she's piss poor when it comes to managing money but can't manage it. No, that doesn't matter. What matters is that I uncovered it all. Like, how dare me? I betrayed. I crossed a boundary with Gorlic Bread by exposing him to be a liar. Like, imagine finding out a YouTuber's a pedo, Alex, and you expose that. You expose that person, and they go, "Wow, you know what, Alex? That wasn't your place to expose him like that." Like an anti-child abuse YouTuber ends up being a pedo, and you expose him. Wow. That wasn't your place, Alex. Could you imagine people saying stupid shit like that to you? No,
it would be a really bad idea especially in that example. It would be a really bad idea for anyone to say that to me because I just get very angry and very loud, very quickly.
But you get the point.
I get the point. I get the point. It's ridiculous. It's such a non-argument.
He's a liar. So Bridget goes gung-ho, and then apparently Bridget starts dating him. She goes and she meets him in person, and every time I stream about him, he starts hiding behind her. He no longer has vague posts for me. Everything's coming from Bridget because he uses women, which Bridget now says that as well, which, hello, we warned you. And Jessica Messica. He, according to Just Breezy, the one he was engaged to, Breezy said that he used her to learn about Girl World because he would ask her, "Hey, what would you make this video about? Hey, how would you make this video? Hey, tell me about this Chantal thing." And for the record, I've never seen this personally, but multiple sources have said when Chantal was in that abusive relationship, he took the abuser's side and asked, well, what did she do that maybe she would have deserved that? He used to give her abuser money. And because he knew what the community wanted. To hate Chantal. Fuck Chantal. So he, of course, was like, well, what did that woman do? What did Footy Beauty do to deserve whatever he did to her? Because that's what he thought people wanted to hear. And some people were actually disgusted by it. They were like, whoa, we don't like the bitch, but that's a bridge too far. All those videos, of course, now deleted. So Bridget's defending him to hell and back. And Bridget says something which piques my interest. So in the videos of him dying in both of them, in one of them he mentions stages, which when I hear stage, I think cancer. I think
all of us generally do. Especially if you're alluding to a major health issue, you mention stages. I mean, come on. That's why I said to him, come on, man. Stop bullshitting me. Like, you can't say the things that you're saying and replying the way that you're replying and hearting comments that are talking about cancer. You can't do these things and not expect people to reach that conclusion. You knew what you were doing.
It's preposterous, he says. How dare you assume that just because he hearts something, it's co-signing it? Well, yeah, it kind of is. Like, if you tell people you're dying, like, listen, if I said to my audience, I'm going through some health issues, and somebody said, hey, is it cancer? I say, oh, absolutely not. No, it's not. Because I wouldn't want them to think that they have to donate money for chemo, which I think was what he was going for, whatever. So Bridget decides to clarify the stage thing and why it was really a liver issue. And she makes an interesting comment on Twitter about, I already explained this to you, Gigi, because Bridget thinks I watch all her videos. I do now because she's dragging the fuck out of Gorlic Bread, but we'll say that for later. I already explained this to you. He missed his cycle. He wasn't cycling when he was supposed to, and that did liver damage. So that led me down a rabbit hole. I'm Googling liver damage and cycling. Bodybuilders who abuse anabolic steroids for a very long time have to do something called cycling, and I already forgot what most of it. Oh, so you probably know more. Can you explain
I know.
it?
Okay, so
testosterone, right? Explain it to me.
Whoa. Anabolic steroids. It can come in different forms. One of those forms is in pill form. And when you do it in pill form, especially pill form, even if you inject it, you have to do it in cycles as well. And I believe it's usually around 6 weeks.
Yes, that's what I heard.
The pills do significantly more damage quicker if you don't counteract it with something called thistle milk. I learned all this years ago. I had it all explained to me.
Milk thistle.
Thistle milk.
We call it milk thistle. We have milk thistle, Capel.
Thistle. Anyway, So he'd be doing damage to him. I mean, steroids are dangerous anyway. Like if especially if you don't do them as you're supposed to do them. You are supposed to beast yourself and obviously look after yourself considerably, but you can't just keep taking them. The effects it has on men, as most people know, it gives men boobs and it shrinks men's penises. When a woman takes it, it does the opposite effect. It actually lengthens the clitoris and makes it more like a dick. But that's another. Yeah, but steroids,
and
steroids are not to be fucked with.
It deepens voices.
Give facial hair growth, yada yada yada.
Yeah. I mean, like look at China. She passed away, but WWE China. Like, I think it's pretty clear that woman was doing anabolic steroids. Like, if you remember who China was with a Y. I don't know.
Oh yeah. But she passed away, didn't she? Bless her.
Yeah, she passed away, but she had a very deeper voice as she got older, and it was because of deeper than me at this point because of anabolic steroids. So I start going into an steroid rabbit hole. Can you get steroids over the counter? And some powders and drinks here in America do have a form of steroids, but they're not the kinds of steroids that you would cycle for. I come to the conclusion,
they're
I back
testosterone things and creatine and things of that nature. Yeah.
So I back up with proof on this stream that I did that for him to have suffered life-threatening liver damage, he would have to be using prescribed anabolic steroids for performance enhancement purposes, which is illegal in the United States of America. So I reached out to a bodybuilder, and I'm like, "Hey, bodybuilder," I said, hey, this guy, this doughy fuck right here, he claims that he almost died from anabolic steroid use. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Because I know that this person has been open about using anabolic steroids in the past. They were like, no fucking way. Like, anabolic steroids are not good for you. They're not good for you, but it takes like years and years and years and heavy usage of anabolic steroids for that to lead to death or close to death. Like, you'll get liver damage from using it, I guess, potentially. But to sit there and say, I almost died from this shit, you had to have been using it for a long time, and you would look like you're using it for a long time. But the women who have seen this man have all attested to the fact that he's not big, he's not bulky, he's not somebody who looks like anabolic steroids. So I do a whole stream about that. Why were you using why were you abusing anabolic steroids? Because that's what Bridget's tweet led me to figure out. So now you're saying it wasn't bladder kidney. You're saying that your doctor warned you against using anabolic steroids, which is crazy because that's illegal. That your doctor didn't report you. I don't know how that works with Dr. HIPAA stuff, but I feel like if I admitted to doing something illegal to my doctor, I don't know how that would work. But let's just, whatever. Now you're saying the doctor warned you about something, so I'm assuming you mean, hey, your use of anabolic steroids is going to kill you, and then a couple months later you're almost dying. Can you explain that?
Yeah, that's
Nothing.
not unless
Nothing.
he's like just like abusing them to the where he's like injecting ridiculous amounts of it into his body, which I seriously doubt he is.
Yes.
Seriously.
And they said that would be years of abuse. And you could see in photos of this guy that have been released, he's not abusing anything other than potato chips and cake. Which
he's abusing his DoorDash account apparently.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I call him out on that. He won't talk about that now. And fast forward, Bridget and him broke up. She's now acting brand new. Like, I can't believe he's lazy. He's entitled. He steals content. He stole my ideas. He's a slob. He's a hoarder. He's lazy. He doesn't have money. He's broke. He door dashes now. And he lost monetization 2 or 3 months ago, right? Which he always said he would be fine if that happened to him, right? Because he's so rich. Well, the next day he started a Patreon that got deleted for some reason. He claims it was reported, and he thinks he knows by who. I wouldn't waste my fucking time. And then now he's got a website, a .com, where for less than 2 cents a day, you can go subscribe to his website. He scrolls it now in his videos. 12 plus hours of foodie content on this .com for less than 2 cents a day, begging people to join. And I think if you look at the community tab post, I think he responds with that. I've got people joining my website, give me money for this content. I'm like, but I thought you were so rich. I thought you didn't need any of that. So Bridget's confirmed he's broke, and now she says he's door dashing because he lost monetization. The day he lost monetization, she claims he called her almost in tears in the middle of the night panic attack, thought he was having a heart attack.
Panic
What
attack.
what is he gonna do? And then asked her for money. Can you front me some money? And she was like, aren't you rich? Isn't that what you keep telling people? Like, why the fuck would I give you money? At one point, he said to her, if something were to happen to me, don't feel bad. And she's like, I wouldn't.
He's such a manipulative shit, isn't he?
He's a very manipulative sack of crap. That bad seed video, I wish I should play it for you. You would be. I wonder if I could just play it now. Will the audio? No, because we can't do it on stream.
I don't know if you've ever experienced a full-on anxiety attack. I have.
It's terrible. My fingers go numb. My face, my feet. I hate it.
Did you feel the need to try to speak to anybody, or did you just want to get through it?
I laid in my bed under a ceiling fan, and I did like serious, deep fucking breaths. Because this is how and I don't get them often. I've had them like twice in my life, but I suddenly got like numbness in my face, my hands and my feet. And I was like, oh my God. Like the first time it happened, I did feel like I might be having a heart attack. But then the second time it happened, and these were like years in between, it hasn't happened since, I kind of was like, okay, panic attack. I literally just ran bedroom, probably clothes off under the ceiling fan, and I laid there until it passed. According to her, he called her like middle of the night. And she's like, hello? Oh, Bridge, I might be having a heart attack. I'm not sure. She's like, what?
Let me just tell you something. Obviously, I've had anxiety attacks in my life, and I can tell you now, I couldn't really move. when they did happen, they were confusing, and plus, was shaking violently, because you think you're dying when you have an anxiety attack, don't you? You can't breathe properly.
It's scary.
It's a scary thing to happen. Now, I've never had a heart attack, at least to my knowledge, but I have had something called pericarditis. And for those who don't know what pericarditis, you have two sacs that surround your heart to protect it, the pericardium and the myocardium. When you get myocarditis or pericarditis, one of those sacs has inflamed. Right, and your body proceeds to strangle your heart, right? Now, I've had 6 of those attacks in my life many, many years ago, and I know that heart attacks can be very, 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 very painful things, and I'm guessing that myocarditis or pericarditis aren't as painful as a heart attack, but they were painful enough for me to need to be injected with, like, really powerful, painkiller type stuff, the shit they give to soldiers on the fucking battlefield. What's the drug I'm thinking of?
Not morphine?
Yeah, morphine. They had to give me morphine, which, by the way, morphine, très magnifique.
I heard, yeah.
Fantastic drug, by the way. But it hurt a lot, and you struggle to breathe. I can imagine the heart attack is a lot fucking worse.
I don't even think he was feeling any of it. He just... Breezy said it. He manipulates, and other people who have talked to him privately. When I started covering it, people from the Madden community, a couple people reached out to me. Some bigger creators, others so small. One of them didn't reach out to me, but made a video about him, and I sent that video to you yesterday. The world's weirdest football YouTuber or something, and he made a video about Booty because when the Madden community found out he has Gorlic Bread, they were shocked. Like, you're a straight dude, a video game playing straight dude, and you're making money beating down on women. Like he pretty much fucking laughed out of there. And this guy, his channel name is Bordeaux, but he has a second name called Mordo, which is very fucking creative. And on Mordo, he did this video that has 218,000 views about how fucking weird and creepy it is that Gorlic Bread makes a side hustle or a living bashing some obese woman with food addiction in Kuwait. Like, and he lost like some subs for that, and he got laughed at a lot. And of course, he made a couple videos about it to defend himself. And I don't bully anybody. I give my commentary. I give educated, thoughtful commentary. I'm not a bully. He responds to everybody, Alex, except for the guy with the receipts. He will not. Yeah. I've said to him, if I'm such an asshole, if I'm such a liar, react to my video. You want to know when's the one time he reacted to my video? On Bridget's channel, where there was a whopping 21 people in chat, maybe 25. He won't do it on his own channel. He will not talk about me, because that one time he brought attention to me, he lost like 200 or 300 subs, and he was like, oh, nope, never mind, deleted community tab post, and then I'm never going to talk about this guy again. That's why you kept asking, why don't you say his name? And he would ignore you.
Oh, yeah.
He will
for
not
those
say
who
my
don't
name.
know, Gorlic Bread and I had a back and forth. I mentioned this earlier, but he would not at all mention the Gaining Ground by name. And I was like, why aren't you saying his name? I know who you're talking about. But he just would not say Gigi's name. And he wouldn't address any of my questions, really. In fact, the only thing that he did address is when I accused him of, like, lying about having cancer. And he was like, oh, prove it, prove it, prove it. And I went and got the link to the video that I showed you guys earlier. And I was like, come on, come on. And he didn't respond to that. So he didn't respond to that at all. I wasn't surprised.
He just doesn't... He will not talk about me at all. So every time I do a video, though, he'll either post a community tab post bragging about his views, or he'll do what he did yesterday. Now, the interesting part is Bridget's been dragging him for filth for days. Bridget has been and he loves attacking women. He has attacked Busy, he's attacked Rampage, he even attacked Bad Seed, made her look like she's just emotional for the loss of her child. But he won't go after Bridget. And somebody in the comments section was like, I think Bridget's a liar. And he was like, let's just leave Bridget alone. Like, let's just let her be. I'm like, why do you want to let Bridget be? Does Bridget have more shit that we don't know about? But the interesting part is that Bridget's dragging him for filth. And people were telling me all weekend, you gotta react to this shit. And I was like, listen, I got a busy weekend. I think she did this on Friday to him. And I was like, I'll get to it next week. Like, I've been after this guy for 2 years. Another couple days won't matter. Monday, I schedule my stream, and up goes the community tab post. And it's somehow all about me. But I see some of you believing the lies of a failed reactor, and I'm like, what did I do? Why? Bridget's the one talking. I'm just going to react to Bridget. And yeah, I did celebrate, because a lot of the stuff Bridget said was a shit I've been saying for years. He's broke, he's lazy, he steals content, he doesn't put any effort to his channel, he's always looking for the next best thing, blah, 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 blah. Why are you mad at me? He won't go for Bridget. He goes for everybody else. He will not go for Bridget, which tells me Bridget's got some more shit. And I'm like, ooh, Bridget, come on. Give us some more.
So she's holding back, and he realizes this?
That's my guess. And he doesn't want to poke the bear.
Yeah, well, that kind of makes sense from his perspective. I mean, he's
yesterday,
not doing very well.
Well, he uploaded a video. Now he's copying the Girl World hotline. So apparently Yaba had a Girl World hotline or something, I don't fucking know, months ago, or she just did recently. I don't know. He has actually gotten a 1-866 number. 1-866 Girl World, right? Where you can call and you can leave your thoughts about foodie beauty. Your messages may or may not be played on the air. And Belinda's like, this is just another way for him to make content. Like, he's so fucking lazy.
Yeah, he's 100%
this is just
using
another
other people for content, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. So Bridget makes a video making fun of that. I don't know if you saw that part of my stream yesterday. She did a video pretending to be Miss Cleo. Did you guys have Miss Cleo in the UK?
No, I don't think so.
So in the 90s, psychic hotline, 80s and 90s, psychic hotlines were a boom here in the US. Like, people were throwing their money away to talk to, like, some fat woman in Iowa who pretended to know the future. And they hired a woman who everybody thought she was a Jamaican woman named Miss Cleo, straight from Jamaica. Turns out she wasn't Jamaican. She was from New York, and she put out a fake accent. But her commercials became she became the poster child for psychic hotlines in the 90s. And she used to have this phrase, call me now for your free reading. And she had the Jamaican voice, which I love to do, but then James Views will pop in and scream I'm a racist. So I'm not even going to do it.
We had someone called Mystic Meg over here, but she was
fun.
It wasn't the same thing. It was like she used to write like astrology articles in the newspaper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this was literally
Septic Peg, for those who want to reminisce about that in the chat.
Oh, this shit was like call now for $1.99 a minute level shit. And this woman never actually answered phone calls. She made it sound like she did in the commercials. It's actually a pretty sad story. If you have HBO Max in the UK and you get American videos, there's a documentary about her, and she became so famous and didn't make a dime from it, and she ended up dying a couple years ago. Anyways, so Bridget did a Miss Cleo-esque version where she had a towel on her head, and she's like, call me now, and she for 5 minutes makes fun of his hotline. And at one point in the hotline video that he makes, he of course praises Yaba because he's always sucking ass. He tries to suck FFG's ass. She's openly said, get the fuck away from me. I don't like you. I think you're a scuzzball. So now he sucks more on Yaba's ass because Yaba will never say that because she needs support. Mm-hmm. So in the video, oh, yeah, Yaba did it too. And oh, shucks, yeah, great idea, blah, blah. Bridget makes a video and she pretty much tells everybody, Fun, and I'm paraphrasing because she did it in a funny Miss Cleo way. Funny. Behind the scenes, you're telling me you don't want to be publicly affiliated with Yaba, but in public, you're kissing her ass. I was like, see? Just like I've been saying, he's just clout chasing, fake, phony, doesn't want to build a channel organically, just wants to become YouTube famous on the back of anybody. And he's used so many women to do it, and he tried using Bridget, and that was a mistake. Because listen, Bridget gets on my nerves, but she's not stupid. Well, I mean, she did meet him, and oh god, I hope she didn't have sex with him, but whatever. But she's not one to take direction, if that makes sense. Like, she may have been dumb enough to date him, but to think she was dumb enough where you could tell her what to do, and that's kind of where everything started going wrong with that situation. And then, like, she made an avatar once. He slapped it on merch and told her after the fact, oh my god, look what I put on the merch. It's doing so well. And Bridget's like, I made that. Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't give you permission to put that on merchandise and sell it. He's a user. And now Bridget's finally figured that out. But she's dropping tea left and right, and I'm here for it. His room stinks. He's dirty. His house is musty. She says he's got bad hygiene. Like, and he hasn't said a word back to her. Not one word.
Interesting. Very interesting. I think that he just doesn't want to poke the bear in this particular circumstance. Because Bridget probably does have some things that she could say, at the very least talk about, you know. If not, you know, maybe a couple extra receipts like pictures of the inside of his home, possibly, maybe. Of course, that's, you know, speculation on my part. But that's interesting. That's very interesting.
Well, people did say, like, do you think they're trolling you? And just to watch you like, ha 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 ha. I said, no, I don't, because as you've learned, probably, Gorlic Bread is a very proud man. I don't know what the fuck he's proud of, but he's a very proud man. And I use the word man very loosely here. I don't think he would ever allow this kind of troll, because there's that saying, once you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, right? Once the toothpaste comes out, you can't put it back in the tube. So I don't think he would ever agree to troll everybody by having her pretty much say Gigi was mostly right about him. Because we know that in a week or two, if they come back and go, haha, we were just kidding, people are going to be like, no, you weren't. Bullshit. Like, nobody's going to believe it was a troll. Now, could she have come to him with this idea and say, hey, I've got the perfect troll for Gigi. We're going to say that all of this is true. And he was probably like, no, please don't do that because I don't need negative attention. And she's like, well, fuck you, I'm doing it anyway. That's a possibility, that she's doing this without his approval, but really they're good behind the scenes. But I'm not sure, because she seems pretty fucking mad. And for her to make that video insinuating that he doesn't like Yaba, he would never go for that, because he sucked publicly. He sucks Yaba's asshole like it is his job. And I don't think he would allow that to happen, because that's, you know, Yaba's got a big audience.
No,
and they share an audience.
It's not a troll. There's no fucking way. It's too extensive. You know what I mean? Like,
I think so too.
If it was a troll, they'd bullshit you about 1, 2, maybe 3 different things.
Yeah.
But this is extensive. Like, you know, this is a mad ex-partner. And probably, most likely, rightly and correctly so. Now, Gigi, there is one part of this that I have a question regarding it. And I know some people may not be happy with me asking about this. As you know, I am a very political creature, right? And I do very much consider myself to be a conservative nationalist, and have been so for a very, very long time. I started YouTube by being a political content creator, and I did that for 4-5 years or so. It was my most successful channel. Irate Bear had 43,000 subscribers before I eventually got sick of doing politics and decided to create Irate Alex and do the whole reaction thing, which wasn't to do with Girl World to start with, by the way. I didn't know about Girl World and everything else until Omegon asked me to collaborate with him on one of his big Chantel videos, which I did the whole Lord Bear thing. Now, I know Gorlic is a political creature too, but is retarded about it, so I'd like to know more about the politics side of things, please.
So she claims that... So she's giving herself a lot of credit. I'm going to tell you what she claims, then I'm going to tell you what the truth most likely is. She claims that when they met, because Bridget is black, that when they met, she's also accused him of fetishizing black women. She thinks that he does that. But when they met, he was all gung-ho, gay rights, women of color, blah, blah, which is a contrast to what Breezy had said. Breezy said he's a bigot, he's F-got words, I don't know, I haven't seen proof of either. But come to find out, Bridget says he's a Trump voter, he's MAGA. Mm-hmm. So she's like, oh yeah, he was trying to impress me, she used the word, the magical, I can't say the second word because Jan will run in here again and say I'm a racist, but I was his magical N-word, but not like ER with an O at the end, if you get my drift. Kind of like how you spell it in Spanish, but with an O at the end.
Oh,
so,
Negro?
Yeah, you could say it, you're half black. I cannot say it because Jen will come in and lose her fucking mind. So, she'll stab you with a crochet needle. So
that's a bad way to go, right?
She's like, yeah, he was trying to change his whole politics for me, and it turns out, nope, he's Trump. And I'm like, no. He wasn't trying to change shit for you. I think, Alex, you'd agree with this statement. You cannot be successful in Girl World if you are a conservative, especially if you are a conservative Donald Trump voter. You will not be invited on Charlie Gold panels. Zachary and Michael will not talk about you positively. At the time when Michael B. Petty was here, you would not have been invited to AmberCon. You cannot exist in this space as a conservative MAGA voter. Exhibit A.
Kind of, Gigi. I will add to that in just a second. You carry on.
All because the audience is very liberal. Tends to be very liberal.
I would agree
SJW.
that. I would 100% agree. Well, I would agree that the audience is very wokish. At least, especially it was back when I first entered this sphere. But it's not completely necessarily true either.
I think there's some people. I think there's some people who watch these channels. Like, I think audience-wise, there's a mixture of SJW and MAGA, but I think, or conservative, but I think SJW outweighs the MAGA.
But when it comes that it's about 90% wokey.
But when it comes to creators, you don't usually see a creator who's not rocking purple hair, talking about, rights for all. Oh, Chantal's a bigot. Chantal doesn't like black people. Like, that's usually the way these creators go. The creators tend to be the audience might be a mixed bag, mostly woke, whatever, but a little bit of conservative. But usually the uber successful reactors are always bitching about something on Twitter, like Michael P. Petty, for example. Always crying about something. Like, for example, when Amber's girlfriend, Becky, when Becky's mom had cancer, him and Zachary Michael went on a crusade to make sure that nobody donated money for her cancer research, for her cancer needs, car rides, chemo, whatever, because for some reason they were scouring Facebook and they found that Norma called a gay man a fudge packer. So they went on a campaign to stunt that woman's GoFundMe, and then she died like less than a year later.
A fudge packer?
Yeah, over that. Now, I've said this 1,000 times. Would I have given that woman money if I saw that comment? No. But would I ever fucking tell any of you not to? No. But that was the climate of this place, right? It was always like, oh, we don't do homophobia because Amber's, and Chantal, Exhibit A, Young Dumb Honey Bun.
Oh, boy.
Young Dumb Honey Bun.
That hooker with the neck tattoo and the fucking...
Yes. She smells like coconut oil.
Her accent was fucked up, by the way. I didn't know she lived here. Like, she lives in the UK, right? But she's not from here.
Yes, she's from Poland, I think. She's an educated immigrant woman. When she was on the scene and nobody really knew her politics, she made it sound like she was, SJW. And, she was on all the panels. She did a podcast with Charlie, blah, 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 blah. Well, 2 years ago, she decided to be her authentic self and speak out against trans rights, pro-women rights, whatever. Oh, my God. Girl World turned on her like that. Never heard a Charlie or a Zachary or anybody ever talk about her again. So, Bridget, no, he wasn't faking it because he fell in love with you. He was faking it because he's terrified that if Girl World finds out he's MAGA, Trump-loving MAGA, he'll get the Young Dumb Honey Bun treatment. Not from everybody, but from a lot of people.
is interesting. I find that.
So but I'm like, she's so like cute. She's like, yeah, he tried to change for me. I'm like, no, he just didn't want you going back and telling Gerwel that he's MAGA. That's it.
I'm being threatened with violence at the moment, and I haven't
Why?
really said anything that offensive yet. What? Why are you going to hit me?
Oh,
Well,
Nikki.
because I'm rolling around a little tub of vapor rub on my desk. You can hear it? What, on the stream?
No, I can hear it.
You can hear it? Well, yeah, so what's the issue? Is it annoying? It doesn't make an annoying sound. What's... Zoo?
I don't hear anything, but I guess she can hear you.
She already beats me anyway. I'm a poor disabled man.
Well deserved.
It's not deserved, GG. Don't agree with that hooker. Don't sit there smiling all smugly.
So busy. Did I miss anything, or did I pretty much cover it all? I'm pretty sure. Oh, and so he lost his monetization, and Busy alerted me yesterday that he's recently deleted 12 million views. So we don't know why. But only like I can't go further than August because of Playboard. I'm not paying for it. But he's deleted 12 million views, which is that's a lot of fucking views to delete.
Jennifer, what is a SJW? It's a term that doesn't really get used anymore. It stands for social justice warrior. If you hear someone using that, they're showing their internet age. That was a very prominent tag. Yeah, you're old. That's a very prominent tagline that we all used back in the day when we used to make fun of. You must have seen Big Red, Chanty Bink screaming about men's rights and how men don't deserve this and men don't deserve that, yada, yada, yada. I call them wokies now, or retards, because that's exactly what they are.
Like, here's a good example of SJW. I still stand by this.
I believe in trans rights as human rights, and I can have 1,000 genders, even though there's no such thing as gender. Gender is a completely made-up word. But anyway, continue, please.
I forgot what I was going to say. No, it's just... Anyway, pretty much it was very prominent in this... So Girl World used to be called Hater Nation. That's why we call it two different things. But when I came in, it was called Hater Nation. And I kind of like... I don't know. I think I just blew it up because I had an opinion and people tried me and I tried them right the fuck back. And now I'm the boogeyman, which is fine. Somehow it became Girl World. Now, I don't think it says prominently SJW, but it's still not... I don't think it's a space where a creator can be successful and be conservative. Like, it can't be. Because a lot of the arguments against Chantal and Amber are racist bigot, racist bigot, racist bigot. And if you come out here and you're like, I'm a Trump MAGA, whatever, that audience is going to call you a racist bigot. That's just how it is. I mean, one of Bridget's biggest complaints about him was that he's Trump MAGA. And I'm like, see, this is where you lose me. Like, I'm not a MAGA person. I'm not a Trump person. But Gorlic Bread is so problematic. He has so many fucking skeletons in his closet, so many terrible things he's done that are way worse than who he's voted for. And yet she made that such a big deal. That he's MAGA, he's not for black women. And I'm just like, that's SJW.
You need to be an ally.
She uses that word. Yeah, he claims to be MAGA, but she's not. And I'm like, that's when you lose people. Because that is when it becomes, for me, SJW territory. The man fakes a terminal illness. The man lies about having money. The man fakes a wasp sting attack. The man lies about stem cell research. And your biggest complaint is that he didn't tell you he's a Trump voter? Like, that's a Michael B. Petty complaint. See, that is something Michael B. Petty would complain about. I remember back in the day, Chantal would say something stupid, and right away, him, Zachary, Charlie, and others, they ran right to Twitter. Chantal Foodie Beauty is a racist. Chantal Foodie Beauty is a bigot. That's how they used to get all of their views. And they used to shield themselves with that bullshit too. It's not as bad as anymore because I feel like once I kind of gave everybody the finger, people kind of started figuring that out. It's like, you guys don't actually care about this shit. Because, case in point, Farrah Fiasco. Up and coming YouTube channel right now. Gaining subs. Tons of views. I have caught her calling a Middle Eastern man. Well, I didn't catch her. The farms caught her. I amplified the farms catching her using a farms account to call a Middle Eastern man a sand N-word, hard ER. I then discovered that...
Every time you say that, I'm sat here like, don't say it, Alex, don't say it, Alex, don't say it, Alex.
Well, you could technically say it if you want, but I can't say it.
Well, technically, no, I can't technically say it because it's a direct insult towards... the people from Tatooine, those people, the explodey people, you know who I'm talking about. They strap bombs to their chests and go boom in public places, or run people over in vans.
Oh, I see.
Vans
with the
of
word
peace,
sand,
that kind of thing.
That's all Alex speaking, not I. So she called a Middle Eastern man is saying N-word, and then she's on this game called Second Life, which I don't understand what it means.
God, do you not know about Second Life?
No, but I do know that she
Second Life
belonged
is
to...
so old, man.
Yeah, well, she hadn't logged in like 15 years. But she had an account. She belonged to a group on Second Life called N-Words with Attitude, hard ER. I've exposed all of this with proof, with recordings, with screenshot. I've then exposed her for cleaning it up. She's gone back. She's removed herself from that group. She changed her Instagram handle that linked her to the farmer account. I've exposed all of this, and they don't care. Charlie Gold hasn't said a word. Zachary, Michael, I know they see it because they see everything. They read everything. But because Farrah shares an audience with them, they don't want to say a word. The only person who has called her out is French Fried Girl. She's the only person who has called, of all people, to take this shit seriously, because it's coming from me. French Fried Girl's the only one. Now, Charlie Gold, if somebody came out tomorrow and said, hey, we have a video recording, it might be Gigi saying the N-word, Charlie Gold would be the highest fucking bidder, because she still wants me to pay for that sub loss. Suck my ass, Charlie. She would be the highest bidder. When the Bodega released a receipt video about me, she was one of the first people to promote it, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
And people were like, wait a minute, you're promoting a Bodega video? Because it was about Gigi, because it's not about racism with these people. It's about how can I hurt somebody who hurt my channel.
It's about enemy of my enemy is my friend, which, as you know, I have been railing against for fucking ages at this point.
Michael B. Petty, who cries about racism, was like, guys, take a look at this video exposing Gigi as discounted life. Even almost had Omegon make a video about it. And thankfully you stepped in. And you were like, are you fucking stupid? You're just going to take Michael's word for it? There was nothing racist with discounted fucking life. But they wanted to hurt me because I, quote unquote, hurt them. But have a woman like Farrah Fiasco calling people the N-word? What? We don't, what? Who, where? Farrah who? I don't know them. They don't give a fuck. And that's what an SJW is, to me. Somebody who jumps at an opportunity to, I don't want to say profit, to benefit from a social topic or social, what I'm looking for, subject, I guess. Like, they jump. Like if they think they could hurt somebody by calling them a racist, boom, you're a racist. If they think there's an opportunity to go after a critic by calling them a bigot or a misogynist, boom, you're a bigot misogynist. But when there could, like, for example, when Michael tweeted that video about me, I think it was, I forget who it was. It might have been Sylvana, I don't remember. Somebody was just like, you're really quick to jump on Gigi, but for months we've been bringing attention to the fact that this other creator dropped the N-bomb multiple times on stream, and you haven't said a word about it. And you know what his response was? What? I'm not friends with her. Why would I care? I was like, there you go. He said everything you need to hear. I'm not friends with her. Why would I comment on that? Well, bitch, you're not friends with me either. Mind your business.
Just to quickly address something, because I mentioned the whole first cousin incest thing is about to be legal in the UK. No, what? I'm not joking about that. No? I am not joking. You know, even if I'm sat there going, yeah, the UK is about to get all anime, I'm still not kidding. You can look that shit up. That is not bullshit that's coming out of my mouth. And Keir Starmer's just like, you know my stance on it, and just sits back down again. You know, despite, you know, doctors in his country be like, no, that's not a good thing. But we all know who we're doing this for. Because there's only one group in particular in this country that wants that. I'm not going to say who, but you know.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. All right, so...
you know what, Peach? I learned that, right? Because first cousin marriage is legal in a lot of American states, isn't it?
I don't think so.
I'm sure I fucking heard this. I was watching a TLDR.
Where's Belinda? Where's Belinda?
I'm gonna have to Google that shit. But
Belinda, where are you?
We need to stop that shit, and y'all Belinda, need to stop that shit too. But no, what's that? Armchair fucking so champagne socialist, sofa socialist, I suppose. And I you know. Bridget saying that she's a staunch socialist, I couldn't help but sit here and look at Nikki. I went, oh, so she's retarded then. Know what I mean? But but the thing is, when Bridget says this shit, I believe her. Know what I mean? Like,
I do.
When she speaks about social justice issues, I believe that she believes it. I don't think that she's...
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't believe that she's an armchair activist in any way, shape, or form. I believe that she believes this shit.
And I'm not. Let me be clear. I don't put her in the category of like the Charlies and Zacharies. I don't think she's doing it to gain favor on YouTube or to hurt Gorlic Bread, because I think that's a totally different situation. Because there are a lot of people who do feel strongly about the MAGA Trump stuff. Yeah.
Oh, you need the loo? You want me to take the baby? Okay. Sorry, GJ. Give me the
No, I was just saying, I think for her, it's not about getting ahead. Like, she's not using it to get ahead. She's genuinely upset, which is fine. I understand her being upset about it. But, like, when I hear that, and I'm like, okay, fine. I get why you're upset over that. But, like, he's also... It was almost like that was the worst thing about him. And I'm like, that's the worst thing about him. Not the faking diseases. Not the... maybe she still believes he didn't fake a disease. I don't know. But, like, I don't particularly maybe care for his politics. But the OnlyFans girlfriend and everything else, to me, that's just such a bigger fucking thing here. Where I was like, okay, he voted for Trump. Sucks on him. But he also faked a disease that a lot of people have, who would love to have nothing more than a second chance at life. And this fucker, I don't know why it angers me so much. I mean, it should anger everybody. That video should anger everybody, because it's like, you know, people in your life, or you see people even on YouTube who are dying, who would give anything for a second chance. And this fucker told everybody he's dying and then says, I was cured by stem cells. And he won't even share about it. He could help some. Let's say it's a real thing. Let's say what happened to him is true. Help somebody. Share. There could be someone in your audience who's suffering the same affliction, but we know it's not true. It's a lie.
No, of course. Even the hypothetical doesn't really work out in the end, does it? He was very good for me, by the way, Nikki. He just sit there, kept looking up at me all cute like. But oh, well, bless you. Yeah, fuck cancer, Baby Bear said so. There we go.
Yeah, I agree. So, anyways, it is what it is. But yeah, no, I don't mean to imply that I think she's an SJW. I think for her it's very personal. But I also don't see Bridget cozying up to or making excuses for people like Farrah. Like, I don't, as far as I know, like, there are people who, I'm not going to say her name because you don't want to summon her, right? There are people who have spent the last... I'm not going to say her name. No. She has spent the last 2 to 3 months labeling Belinda and me racists. For no fucking reason other than we are. She boosts Farrah. Farrah's in her chat. She'll flat out say, no, Gigi doctored all those receipts. You're not racist. That's the kind of person I'm talking about. You don't actually give a fuck. You just want to hurt me and Belinda for whatever reason. Just like Michael and Charlie and Zachary never gave a fuck. They just wanted to hurt their critics. I don't think Bridget's doing it to hurt her critic. Now, maybe there's a little bit of spite because of she's mad at Gorlic Bread and she knows how bad that'll look on him. But I don't think it's because she's trying to get ahead on YouTube or protect her YouTube channel. She's genuinely upset and knows that it'll do damage, is my guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, she's very heavily invested as well. They all are to a certain degree, and they can't walk back from it. I mean, Bridget, very, very, like, it's a very personal thing. With Azria, I don't even fucking know what goes through that woman's head, to be honest, most of the time. Other than, lots and lots of cocaine.
There we go. Let's go.
I know. I don't want her coming here. That woman gives me the shits, for fuck's sake. Like,
someone's probably in a chat right now going, Aaron, Alex, and GJ talking about you. Let's go.
Fucking put down the crack, Hecate. Shit. Stop it.
So I gotta go let my neighbor borrow something. She needs an aluminum pan for her fucking dinner, so I told her to be out a few minutes to give it to her. I know.
That is the whitest thing I've ever heard you say.
Well, no,
Gigi.
I have a smoker, and I buy like aluminum pans in bulk because you could smoke a pork rust in the smoker. Her husband's making something on the smoker tonight, and they're like, "Do you have any extra aluminum pans?" I said, "Yes, I'll be out in a few minutes." So I gotta give her aluminum pan.
No,
so
there's no drama, Gigi. I think you've gotten everything out there, haven't you? You've educated me on...
He's doing live streams now that he's not monetized, so he can live beg for money and live beg for his website. I heard his live streams are horrible. He has no personality. There's a reason why he does 5-minute overlay videos, so I think I'm going to start reacting to him probably weekly. and start reacting to these live streams because we all know how much he's going to love that. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to join you for it as well. I'm going to add it to my...
let's do our first one together. Maybe this weekend. Our first Gorlic Bread Foodie Beauty stream reaction. How fun.
Well, that would be very... If it happens, you let me know. You know where I am.
Yeah, I'll do it. All right, guys. Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. Fuck a Gorlic Bread. And I got to go because she texted me again. All right, Alex, thanks for having me on. I'll message you later. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night,
Bye.
Mate. Have a good night.
Bye. Bye.
Now, I'm going to close out StreamYard. So Nikki Bear, what are your thoughts on Ginger Shrek, aka Fat Bastard? Baby back ribs.
One, you shouldn't associate Fat Bastard with him.
It's too late.
Icon.
Look, Fat Bastard is an icon, but somebody already took that association because he's fat and ginger. I know. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not the one who made the association. I just took it. You know, I took it and ran with it.
I'm amazed he gets so much pussy.
Allegedly. Ever noticed the women in Girl World are fucking desperate? That's why you got with me, I suppose. Hey, look, I'm a better catch than he is. I'm not a fucking sweaty ginger hoarder.
I still call you from Girl World, though.
Yeah, well, you know, at least I'm funny. Yeah, you know. In this crazy world, lesbians are now anti-trans if they don't want to date. Oh, yeah, I know. But that whole argument has been around for a couple of years. You can blame Riley Dennis for raising that as a ridiculous argument. Oh, by the way, guys, if you aren't subscribed to The Gaming Ground, you can click the @ link in the title and go subscribe to him. I'm sure one of my mods will throw a channel link in there. You should go subscribe. I appreciate GG coming on and teaching me about America's own Fat Bastard. Hey, look, DeJennifer, it's all well and good you saying that until a map comes along, you know, or a zoo file. In which case, you know, cannon, sun, you know, or wood chipper, feet first, ideally. Has he posted on his community tab yet? Oh, God. Should we go have a look? Should we have a goosey gander on Gorlic Bread's channel? I wonder if he's going to be over there crying. Oh, dearie me. Let's go to his community tab. 6 hours ago, I'm not going to sit here and talk about filters or photo manipulation, despite the fact that he is bringing this up immediately. But this just under 3 years apart. He's judging Chantal on her physical image here. But he's like an alpha male type, guys. I'm not sure why she would show a child on her page after saying some of her videos are now age restricted. Regardless of what was done to modify these images, this ends up looking like two different people. I mean,
show your face.
I don't get what he's like trying to say here. Well, I do. He has to show that he hates Chantal with all the fiber of his being, you know, and nothing shows that you hate a person more by nitpicking literally fucking anything. It's such a fucking like what point has he done there? He's taken two pictures of Chantal, put them back to back, and basically said, "Oh, she looks different from 3 years ago because of filters."
It really bugs me when people go for people's looks when they don't show their own face.
Well, you can. I googled Gorlic Bread earlier, and I got a good look at him, and I hate to say it, but he kind of does look like Fat Bastard. But you know, there's more of a beard there, and you can see there's like crumbs in his beard and stuff.
He's a dirty Fat Bastard.
Well, yeah, we heard he's a smelly shit. Especially if he's a hoarder as well, he definitely stinks. But mind you, there are also different types of hoarders. There are different classifications for them. So, unpopular take, but Kramer is not a good time. That's a more toxic community than Girl World. I don't know. It's very similar to Girl World, if you think about it. Like, it's a community dedicated to the not liking of one or two people. It's very similar, you know. That's the nature of the game with lolcows, though. Like, you have communities that surround Shani and just Shani, But Jesus Christ, there's a lot of shanny to go around. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if it's the same level of toxicity because Girl Wild can be very, very bad. Very bad. I don't know. Once you get to a certain level, it gets way more nasty than here.
Like, I say here is worse, but that is because of certain people and like what I was talking about in the chat, where people wish SIDS on the baby. Like, we have here. I've not seen anything like that.
I'm not. I don't want to argue with Soft Reset because
No, like that.
like there are things that we don't know about, right? Because we've only been here for a couple months.
Yes.
But I will mention the fact that when Baby Bear was born, on the day he was born, somebody wished SIDS on him, and that was from Girl World, you know, which is, you know, in my opinion, I mean, disgusting isn't the right word for it, really. You know, on the day he was born, it was supposed to be a happy day, right? And for me, but you can imagine Nikki had to go through the agony of going through childbirth, the agony of that and everything. Oh yeah, Lyra, I have receipts of that shit as well. Hi Alex, glad to see you feeling better. I'm so late, I'll have to replay until it ends. Hi Mama Bear and Baby Bear.
Hello.
Yeah, that's why I hate people too. That's why I get so fucking mean to people, to be honest. It is evil. You can imagine it from Nikki's perspective as well. Like, Nikki's just gone through the agony of giving birth and everything. And how crazy the whole day it was, you know, of Nikki actually going through that, you know. And from my perspective, which is obviously a lot less intense, but, you know, I'm trying to be supportive and everything. And, you know, as you could imagine, both of us hadn't been asleep the night before. My MS starts getting a bit worse. Like, I start going through more pain, especially in my feet and stuff. And I have to go all the way outside to have a fag, obviously, to have a cigarette. And I found out when I was having a cigarette outside. And for me, at the time, because I had been on my feet, which is probably the one day I've pushed myself the absolute hardest since my diagnosis, because I can't physically stand, like, to stay standing for more than 5 or 10 minutes at a time, right? But I stood on my fucking feet for the vast majority of how long did you say it took from the start of labor to the end of labor, like of being in hospital? Not when it started here, but like when we actually got in the hospital. 5-6 hours, give or take. And I was on my feet for the majority of that, you know, having little breaks here and there. So but the thing is with me, when it reaches that stage, every step I take is like stepping on like broken glass, right? That's how fucking painful it was getting. And I found out when I was outside and I was fucking raging, but I can't bring that back into the hospital, you know what I mean? As you could imagine, me and Nikki didn't want that to ruin the day. And we spoke about it. We didn't let it get, you know, we didn't get angry about it. I mean, I was very angry about it, but I kept it outside. You know, we didn't want his birthday to be marred by that bullshit. But unfortunately, I mean, it kind of is, you know. But he's still beautiful, though. He's a beautiful little baby boy, and he's utterly perfect, aren't you? You see, look at that big, beautiful smile. Exactly.
I just don't understand people sometimes. Like,
No.
us until the cows come home, but you know, leave a baby. Just
No, it's because people hate me because I dared to criticize them once upon a time, or I called them out for some dumb fucking shit that they did and that they know they themselves are guilty of, but they can't handle it because their egos are that fucking precious.
so they go for a baby.
So they go for the worst thing they can go for.
I'll never understand it.
This is nothing new,
No,
you know. And then
you just think some things are safe. I guess safe is the wrong word, but
no, you think some things are off limits.
Yeah.
Like everyone has ROE, rules of engagement. And again, a soft reset is I don't bring that up to be a dick and to argue with you. Like, by all means, like, if there's something I'm missing, I would like to know about it, to be fair. But I could see it. I could see what you're probably talking. I could probably guess a few things. I'm betting, you know. I know that wasn't there someone complaining about being banned because they criticized someone in my chat? Like, I can't remember. You know, I've not really covered the whole Chroma thing very much. You know, I've covered it for what, a couple months.
Yeah, but we don't have like the full story of everything.
No,
Like,
but
I only say Girl World is worse because I've got that personal, like nobody can say anything worse to me at that point.
although to be fair, Peach, I mean, you point out the guilt by association thing. You know, look who I associate with. I mean, at the end of the day, I have always triggered the pants off of people. You know, since I started this back in the day. You know, and especially like when I started with the politics stuff, I wasn't like hard on anything, like any particular stance. I wasn't. You know, I would say I was very, very much trying to take the center kind of opinions, you know what I mean? Or trying to approach things from without emotion, being very deadpan about a lot of things and stuff. And I didn't really take hard stances on really anything, to be honest. But that was still enough for people to like threaten to kill me and stuff, you know what I mean? So it's not who you associate with, it's just the nature of the internet at the end of the day. Like as bad as Go World is, and as bad as what I imagine the Chroma community probably can be, it ain't got shit on fucking politics, man. Like, you know, politics, man, is full of doxing, it's full of swatting, it's, you know, if you don't have the right opinion to the right person on the right day, you know, and to be honest with you, yeah, as somebody who considers himself to be right-wing, I fucking hate other right-wing people. Because you don't see a lot of right-wing people on the internet living by the standard that they talk about. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of griftiness, a lot of griftiness. And I find that people who try to take on, you know, the ideology that I believe in, and then they're just doing it for pennies and pounds. And they or in some cases, working with actual Russia, which doesn't help with the allegations of, like, you know, working with the Russian government. And I'm like, you're not helping the fucking case. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna end up getting ragey and everything else. Politics is something that is probably the only thing that I'm truly passionate about. And I will argue all fucking day long, and I'll get angry all fucking day long. Politics is poison, but politics also affects everything. Oh yeah, politics online is very performative, 100%. It's very, very dirty. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, look at people like Blair White, for example. You know, she knows about who all the grifters are, but she ain't telling us who all the fucking grifters are. You know what I mean? And what's that beanie hat wearing cunt called again? I forget his name all the time. He has a brother that does YouTube, you know.
I know, I mean, because I can see it. I'm sure it's Tom something.
No, it's not Tom.
No?
No. Tim the fucking hat Daily. Oh, no, not Daily. Tim Daily. It's not Tim Daily. Tim Paul. Oh, he's always going on about fucking civil war. No, shut the fuck up. Shut up. You fucking beanie hat wearing. Ooh. No, I'm not a fan of him. I don't like him. Like, as much as left-wing people piss me off with that ideology, nobody annoys me more than those on, you know, my quote-unquote side. It's why I fucking hate the Conservative Party in the UK so much. See, I realise I'm now going to start raging because I've got images of Boris Johnson in my head and that cunt who looks like Where's Wally. What's his name? The super posh one. He's such, yeah. I despise the grifting shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. You know, you want to promote your fucking. That's it, Rees-Mogg. Oh, he's such. Have you seen the videos of when he was a kid? Oh man. You've never seen somebody like he's the classic. He's the reason why people like Lord Bear exist. Like, he is just the classic fucking out of touch tosspot. You know, did I ever tell you that I wrote to him once? Oh, you're Oh, you're what are you saying in the chat there, Nikki? There. What are you saying?
What it says.
Well, who are you talking to?
Vibrator.
Oh, they're leaving. Oh, you want to leave Kramer? I get that. All right, gotta run. Super annoyed that this didn't get interesting until right now when I have to leave. I mean, is it interesting right now? To be honest, I'm just raging about the British Conservative Party at this point. The people like Jacob Rees-Mogg, like especially when he was a child. I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's a video of him. He is so disgustingly out of touch. He's like in the back of Daddy's fucking Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? And he's talking about what he'd like to do when he gets older. He's like, I'd like to earn lots of money and have all the peasants work for me. Like it's people like him the reason why Lord Bear exists in the first place. Just out of touch aristocracy pricks like that. Oh yeah, fuck anyone who wishes harm on babies. They're just sick in the fucking head, 100%. Jacob Rees-Mogg has a reality TV show. Oh god. Didn't he pair up with that chavvy cunt from Labour? That bitch. She's the one who took super offence to Sargon, right? She's the Birmingham MP, isn't she? The one with the really big teeth. Like, she has really big teeth. Like, her teeth make up about 50% of her head. What's her fucking name? Politics can suck, and it's something that you should probably leave out of discussions with the family. She's a champagne socialist type as well. No, I get people wanting to like leave Kramer because at the end of the day, what are the Kramer people talking about? They're talking about one person and one person only daily. Jess Phillips, that chavvy cow bag. They paired her up with Jacob Rees-Mogg, which you could not have a more annoying duo, because you've got Jess Phillips, who's a Brummie. Right there, cupcake. Come on, Jacob. And she's very like chavvy, and she's also like very stupid. And you have Jacob Rees-Mogg, he talks from his nose, you know. Yes. I mean, that's why I hate both of them, Martin. That's why I fucking hate Labour and I hate Conservatives with passion. Look, just because there is a black woman in charge of the Conservative Party, do not think for 1 second that she's any different. Fucking gap-tooth, fucking Kemi Badenoch. No, I get why people would get annoyed with the whole Kramer thing, because at the end of the day, it's just one person that you're talking about. Am I saying that I'm not going to talk about BJ anymore? No, I'm not saying about that, but I'm the type of person who needs a bit of variety in his life. You know, I obviously spoke about BJ quite a lot, but like, I'd rather talk about someone who I consider to be a much bigger issue than BJ, you know what I mean? Like Craig, for example, or Gorlic Bread, etc., etc. Like, there's enough people shitting on BJ right now, you know what I mean? I'm going to follow Gigi, Alex, and Belinda for a while. You're going to follow us for a while?
Every breath you take.
Wait, but isn't that a song about stalking?
Every step you make.
I'll be watching you.
Something like that.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't follow me around. You per se, I don't go anywhere. It'd be a very boring time for you if you follow me around. I mean, Gigi, at least Gigi and Belinda have jobs and that. So, I used to think I was right wing, but it's all nonsense left and right. At the end of the day, the political spectrum exists, but at the end of the day, it's also nebulous, I suppose. Alex has never liked to stick covering one. Oh no, I like exactly. I like trying different parts of the cow. You know what I mean? I need someone to cover grey pubes. Oh, he's a sweaty cunt. What's that? Sometimes my phone goes off and then like there's nothing there, and I'm like, why'd you make me feel like I'm popular for a second? I'm never say the only people who message me is Nikki and my mum. Oh damn. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the stream there. I feel like I've learned enough about Gorlic Bread to maybe react to him and cover him a little bit. Oh, Martin, that's a spicy take that I'm not going to publicly agree with or disagree with. But thank you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a good one. Be safe. What day is it today? Is it Wednesday? It feels like a Wednesday. I don't know when I'll be live again, but GG mentioned about me and him streaming. Probably on GG's channel, so do keep an eye out for that. I don't know when he's going to do that. But I'm confident that Alex will make Gorlic cry. Well, I certainly got him to shut the fuck up, didn't I? So Martin's just like, thumbs up. Martin, you can speak. You can say things. I'm not going to block the things that you say. I will merely agree with or not publicly agree with, because I've been called a Nazi one too many times in my life as it is anyway, you know what I mean? Shit, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. You have a good one. Nikki, do you want to say anything?
Bye-bye.
Baby Bear, do you want to say anything? Dad. Yes. Have a good one, guys. Behave yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which, okay, let's be honest, that means you're probably not going to behave yourselves. Bye!